Stand up! New York Giants fans went a little bit later today. Had a couple things I had to do. We've got a lot of news to talk about around the league and with the New York Giants. Of course, we know what we're going to talk about mainly. I'm sure you guys are super hyped about it, like myself, now that it's getting closer. But the big news of the day, at least in terms of a signing, is the New York Giants went out there. They added a backup quarterback, Mike Glennon. And Mike Glennon's neck is humongous. I mean, he literally looks like a giraffe. I think that's his nickname. But he looks absolutely it was Wes Steinberg actually on Twitter that said that he'll be able to teach Daniel Jones how to be able to stare over the line of scrimmage because of how big his neck is. So that was the news there. Colt McCoy obviously won't be back with the New York Giants. Kind of expected them to try to upgrade that position. It's definitely an upgrade. Glennon last year played 5 starts. I think he's got a career 84 QB rating. Was a starter with the Bucs early in his career. So I think it's a good move by the Giants. I think it's a more credible backup. So I'm excited about that. But obviously the big news of the day that everybody's going to want to talk about, Kenny Golladay. Kenny Golladay will, in fact, be meeting with the New York Giants tonight in the afternoon. At night, I don't have an exact time. I wish I did. Josina Anderson tweeted it out. Now, we know that Josina Anderson liked some tweets yesterday in which some Giants fans were saying that he was going to the Giants. Well, now she's tweeting out that he'll be meeting with the Giants. He'll be meeting there at night, in the afternoon, and then again at night. I'm guessing the afternoon will probably be the physical, and then they'll wine and dine them. They'll get the Avengers out. They'll get Saquon Barkley. They'll get Daniel Jones. They'll get Joe Judge. And we're going to talk about what the contract may be. And any other rumors going around the league today. Obviously, there were big signings. Curtis Samuel signed on with Washington yesterday. We'll talk about that, how that can affect the New York Giants. His market was a little lower than I thought it would be. It was like $11 million. And the Giants signed, I forgot how to pronounce the guy's name, but the guy from Minnesota, Bengo, however it's pronounced. They signed him, the edge rusher from Minnesota last night. I actually really liked that signing when I did some research into him. He was a situational pass rusher for Minnesota 2 years ago, started last year, had 10.5 sacks over the last 2 years combined. I think he had 28 tackles for a loss. I think it's a good fit for the Giants to add to that rotation as I think the New York Giants continue to make smart moves. Of course, John Ross, we're going to say hello to everybody in the chat. Then we're going to get to you, Irish Giants fan. What's going on? I Love Zombies. What's going on, Benjamin? What's going on, Nick DeWick? What's going on, Avante? What's going on, Colin? What's going on there, Jason Garrett? Galladay. I'm the Nation says. What's going on, Ryan? What's going on, BB13? BB13 is the ultimate Cowboys fan. He goes, knock. BB13, I get it. Yeah, I get it. You're upset. If you want, we could go over the Dak Prescott contract throughout the stream if you would like, because I heard a lot of Cowboys fans tell me, BB13, that it was fine. They all told me, the way it was structured was fine. Have you looked at it? $33 million, not this year, the following year, and then $44 million, and then $47 million. And then you're paying him, I think, $13 million without him even being on the team before you inevitably extend him. So you'll be paying Dak Prescott $44 and $47 million the last 2 years of that contract. Good luck with that, my man. Irish Giants fan, man, thank you very much. Time to get Mike Glennon, a number 1 wide receiver. Oh, are we already attacking Daniel Jones? Are we already attacking Daniel Jones? What's going on there, Justin, man? What's going on there, Dr. Drake? Thanks for popping in the stream. What's going on there, Joshua? What's going on there, BK Reacts, man? What's going on? Pack right in the chat, man. What's going on, Rohan? What's up there, Caden? Thank you guys for popping in. You guys are the best, man. I say it all the time. Thank you guys for being the best supporters on YouTube. I am happy with the Glennon signing, though. I really am. He's not a sexy name. I called for Brissett for a while. Brissett ended up signing with Miami. I think it was for $5 million. Thought he would have been a really good fit as a backup. A guy that's been around the league, a guy that has experience with both Judge and obviously Shaplinski, our quarterback coach. So that's the guy that I wanted. Probably a little bit out of our price range, though. I haven't heard the contract details with Glennon, but he's certainly an upgrade. I like Colt McCoy. Wish him nothing but the best. He was a good New York Giant. He stepped in, got us a win, our biggest win we've had in forever against the Seattle Seahawks. But I thought we could have used, a little more oomph at that backup quarterback position. I think we get it with Glennon. Now, the one thing that I see a lot of people on Twitter talking about as far as Glennon goes is he comparable to Daniel Jones, right? He's not really the most mobile. He's not the most fleet of foot. So people talk about that, but I think he was a good backup. Yuri, man, thank you very much. Curtis Samuel is going to know what it's like to be swept by his hometown team. Fitzpatrick ain't no threat. We'll see. I actually like the Fitzpatrick signing by Washington, but I agree. He doesn't, let's put it this way, he doesn't strike fear into my heart. That's for damn sure. It doesn't strike fear into my, I was about to say it doesn't strike fear into my fart. I almost stumbled over my own words, but no, it doesn't strike fear into my heart. John, man, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Ian Rappaport just said the Giants are meeting with Kenny Golladay tonight for dinner. Yeah, and Josina Anderson said it as well. So now Rappaport's doubling down. We're going to see what happens, man. I think we're going to get an answer. I think we're going to get an answer soon. Here's my prediction, guys. Here's my prediction. If Kenny Golladay is going to be a New York Giant, we're going to find out tonight or the next day. I think they sew up the deal. I don't think they let him leave New York without an agreement. That's my prediction. Maybe it drags on until tomorrow. I think it's going to happen soon if he's going to be a New York Giant. That's my prediction for Kenny Golladay. Again, it's just a prediction. I don't have insider information, but that's my prediction. I think they get this deal done sooner than later if he's going to be a New York Giant. Tyler, man, thank you very much. D-Rose IQN, I know. I saw that before I went live. Nick pointed me to it. We're going to be I'm starting a point guard tonight. No, I mean, we're definitely limited there tonight. Austin Rivers will probably be getting some more minutes. More minutes is one because he hasn't been getting any, but you have to figure he's got to get some burden tonight. Grim man, thank you very much. What round would you go wide receiver if we sign Kenny Golladay? You know, I've seen a lot of people on Twitter still being very much open to taking another wide receiver in the first round. Again, I'm not going to cry about it. If that's the route that they decide to take it, say you get, I don't know, Devontae Smith falls to at 11, and you have Devontae Smith, you have Kenny Golladay, you have Sterling Shepard and Darius Slayton with John Ross. I mean, to me, that's insane. With Evan Ingram, that would be insane. Me personally, I would not do that. I am starting to think more towards if they're there, one of the top two cornerbacks, if we get Golladay. If they're there, one of the top two cornerbacks. If not for that, maybe Slater. If he's there. We don't know if he will be, but that's kind of where my head is at, along with Micah Parsons. But if they go with another wide receiver, here's what I'll say, and I said it yesterday. If they get Golladay and they draft the first-round wide receiver, I don't want to hear anybody talk about a wide receiver in terms of the draft for the next 3 years. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about it. That is now done. That is situated. I don't want to hear about it. If they spend the money that they're going to spend on Golladay and then spend a first-round pick on Devontae Smith, I don't want to hear anybody talking about wide receivers in the next two drafts. I don't want to hear about it. Okay, that's my opinion on it. But if they elect to do that and they need to get Daniel Jones's weapons, I'll support it. I'll be on board with it. I'll understand it. But I just want to make sure I didn't skip anybody since this is always off. I already got John. I already got Tyler. I got Grim. And Mark, man, thank you so much, man, for the $2 donation, man. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you to everybody for being here. And I think we're caught up. Josh Lattori's been a long-time subscriber, man. Glad to see you, Josh. How you doing, my man? Big Giants fan in the house. And he says, what he says, this chat's already moving, man. You guys are the freaking best. Appreciate all you guys for being here. Josh says, if we sign Golladay and Pitts, Parsons, Surtain are the other two. Wait, if we sign Golladay and Pitts, Parsons, and Surtain are there, who do you take? I'd be leaning Parsons or Surtain, personally. I'd be leaning Parsons or Surtain. That's what I'd be leaning. If we sign Golladay, that's where I'd be leaning. And I'd probably be leaning Surtain, if you ask me. And it's kind of what I said on Twitter today. And it's what I talk about all the time with our defense. First off, we planned on having DeAndre Baker be in that second corner going into last year. The stuff came out after the draft and after free agency. We then panicked and traded away a 7th-round pick to get Isaac Yiadom. So obviously, in my opinion, Joe Judge probably doesn't feel comfortable with any of the cornerbacks on this roster be that number 2. You have the Dallas Cowboys in our division. They've got a plethora of weapons. You need to be able to cover. I think I would be leaning corner if we got Golladay, if Patrick Surtain was there. That's my opinion. I know most Giant fans are going to want the weapons. I think I'd be leaning corner. But again, I'm not going to be upset if they go with the weapons. I'm not going to be upset if they go with Parsons. I think Parsons fits our scheme very well. I think I'd be leaning corner. But my guess is, if I'm being honest, and I'm going to do a mock draft again soon, my guess is right now, I don't think those corners are going to be there. I think Dallas will be taking a corner. And I think Denver very well could be taking a corner. So we'll see. Mark, man, thank you very much. Baby Gronk in the second. Everybody loves Pat Freiermuth. He's a possibility. You know, he's definitely a guy that could be the inevitable replacement for Evan Ingram. Maybe you could trade Evan Ingram, or maybe have 2 tight ends this year. It's a possibility, and he may very well be there when we're picking at 44, I think it is, so whatever we are in the second round. It could make sense if we don't go with a weapon in the first. Adam, man, thank you very much. Check unnamed NFL sources right now. All right, let's do it right now. Let's get these tweets rolling now. Let's get these tweets rolling in already. Unnamed NFL. Is it? I guess there's a space. Unnamed NFL I don't see it. I'm typing in unnamed NFL sources. I don't see it. Maybe it's. I'll type in NFL sources. Outside sources. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. Is that the name? Is it called unnamed NFL sources? That's what I'm typing in. I don't see it. But thank you very much, man. Maybe I'm typing it in wrong. I don't know. Let me see. And make sure I didn't skip anybody. Once again, thank you guys for being here, man. I really appreciate it. What, man? Thanks so much. And I'll try to look again, though. And Adam, I already did that. Just want to make sure I didn't skip anybody. You guys are, this chat is already moving, man. It's hard to keep up with this chat. What, man? Thank you very much. Do you like Surtain or Farley more? I like Farley more as a prospect. I think Farley has more upside. I think the Giants would lean more towards Surtain. He's an Alabama guy, Joe Judge, Alabama roots. They drafted, obviously, McKinney, who came from the same college program. They played together. I would guess they would lean towards Surtain. That's just a guess, though. I prefer Farley. I think Farley has more upside. He's faster. He's the same height. They're both 6'2". They're both man press cover corners. The book on Surtain that you worry about is speedy receivers could get over the top of him. But I would guess that the New York Giants would lean towards Surtain if they had the choice. I don't think they're going to have the choice. I think at most one of them will be there. I don't think both will be there. Frank, man, thank you very much, man. Seems like cornerback is lighter in the draft after the first two available. Get cornerback in free agency. Yeah, again, Frank, this is all in the moment now. You know, like we may sign a corner. If we sign a corner, obviously I don't want to draft the corner. This is all now before I see the holes that we fill in free agency. But as of now, if we get Golladay, which we don't have yet, I don't want to jinx that at all. But if we get Golladay, and Caden Wade, man, thank you very much. Did you see we are interested in Kyle Rudolph? Really? That's not, if that's true, and I'll look into it. I have not heard that, but I literally got driving home from the city, so I haven't seen maybe some of the most recent information. But if that's true, there was word that we were interested in Hunter Henry. That would now be the second tight end that we've shown interest in, if that is accurate. Now, that makes you think, obviously, Kyle Pitts is probably not on our radar, especially if Ingram's going to be on the team. Or does it mean that the New York Giants are looking to trade away Evan Ingram? Think about it. I don't know. But that's interesting that the New York Giants have now looked into two different tight ends in free agency, if that is accurate. Kyle Rudolph is old, though, isn't he? How old is Kyle Rudolph? But thank you very much, buddy. Let's see. I just want to get rid of this so I can see the chat. NFL unnamed. Okay. I will look that up in 1 second. My man. Thank you so much again, man. So it's NFL unnamed. I'll look that up in 1 second. Adrian, man, thank you very much. Have you heard about the Giants' interest in? I think I just answered. Was that the same super chat? Was that the same super chat? I don't even know. Or the two people asked me about Kyle Rudolph. No, that's two. I guess this just came out then. So the Giants have interest in Kyle Rudolph? Was that what the NFL unnamed was? Let me take a quick look. At NFL underscore. Where's the underscore? Unnamed. All right, unnamed NFL source. He says the Giants have agreed to a deal in principle with Kenny Golladay per sources. Hold up. Now, this is the same guy, the Kyle Rudolph thing I just heard about. You guys just told me. I'm going to pull this up in a second on the screen. Let me just read a couple more of these, then we're going to pull it up on the screen. This is the same guy, if I'm not mistaken, that claims that he knew the draft picks the last 3 years for the New York Giants, and he has a Giants source from within the organization, and supposedly he called the Giants draft picks, right? That's that guy. We'll pull it up in a second. ISO Media, man, thank you very much. Stand up, Tana. We need a stronger number 2 cornerback ASAP. Yeah, I'm kind of with you, man. It's kind of what I was saying before the end of the season. Week 12, week 13, I was all about the corner train. And then I said to myself, we need wide receivers. So then I kind of hopped back on the wide receiver train in the first round. But if we get Golladay, I think I'm going right back to that corner train. If they're there, unless, obviously you can get J.C. Horn too, another guy that a lot of people like. But I let's put it this way. I'll definitely understand if we don't sign a corner and we sign Golladay if we draft the corner in the first round. Let's put it that way. Mike, man, thank you very much. Golladay. And Mark says, let me see if I can pull up Mark. But thank you guys so much, man. Let's see if I can pull up Mark real quick. Mark. I'm looking for you, Mark. If not, I'll just read it off the phone. There we go. Mark, man, thank you very much. Quarterback run in the top 10 will make someone fall to us. There will be trades to grab quarterbacks, even overrated ones. Well, here's what I'll say, Mark. The rumor that came out today, well, it wasn't even a rumor. It was a quote. Sounds like the Eagles are taking a quarterback. Did you guys see that? NFL updates. It sounds like the Eagles are taking a quarterback. He would not commit at all to Jalen Hurts as his starter. And if that's the case, that's one more team that probably ain't taking a wide receiver. Probably ain't taking Kyle Pitts. I mean, if that's the guy that you want. So, sounds like the Eagles are potentially interested in drafting a quarterback. Now, maybe, the Watson stuff, but I don't see that happening. But maybe they take a quarterback. Jorge, thank you very much, man. Galladay on free agency, first Parsons, second interior lineman, center or guard, third corner. If they go with Stokes in the second as well, he's another corner that's really impressive people. If he's there, he's definitely moving up. He ran a crazy 40 time. They could go corner in the second, interior offensive line in the third. But sure, I could see them doing something like that if they draft Parsons. You could go corner in the second, interior offensive line in the second. You also got interior defensive line. There's going to be a lot of options. We're going to go over all this. I'm going to be doing weekly mock drafts with you guys live with other YouTubers once the free agency clears and we get a better idea of the everything, going around in the league and all the team's needs. And Sway Sports, man, let me pull you up, my man. And then we're going to get into some of the things on Twitter. I'm going to pull that up for you guys. I'm just trying to catch up with everything. Sway Sports says, Galladay is ours. All right, let's do it right now. Let's share the screen. I know you guys are excited to see what I just saw that you guys pointed me to. So let's share the screen. And again, we don't know how credible this guy is, okay? So let's relax. But that's what you guys just pointed me to. Taco, man, thank you very much. Look at Will Brinson. I'll try when I can, my man. I got to catch up on a couple of these. Ben P, man, thank you so much, man, for the $3 donation, man. I really appreciate it. That is a tweet right there from Giants unnamed NFL sources. And he's the guy, if I remember properly, that says that he has ties from within the New York Giants organization. Who knows? He doesn't have a check next to his name. We'll see. But Ben, man, thank you very much, man. I really appreciate it. And Brinson it was. I'll try my best to remember that. Will Brinson. I just don't want to lose these, Taco. Will Brinson. I'll try to remember that. True Rapples, man. Oh, my God. This is really moving. Something must have just happened. This is really moving. I hope I didn't miss True Rapples' super chat. I might have. This is really moving now. Something must have happened. What is going on right now? What did we sign Rudolph? Sorry, Lax, man. Thank you very much. I've been saying it for a long time. If we can sign Galladay, they should seriously think about taking Surtain. Yeah, I'm with you, man. That's kind of my agreement. I'm sorry I missed a super chat, man. I didn't mean to. The chat just really moved. Did we sign Rudolph? You never have to wonder. Will Brinson on Twitter. We signed him to a 2-year deal. Will Brinson on Twitter. Okay, I'll look him up when I can. I want to catch up with these. We signed Rudolph. Okay, we signed Rudolph. What's the contract? Mark, man, thank you very much. What do you think about Trey? How much do you think Trey Turner will cost? I think he'll be probably I would think at least what Zeitler got. I would think the $7-8 million range. I would think at least what Zeitler got. Oh, no, wait. Was Trey Turner? Was Trey Turner traded? I know that they said they were going to drop him. There was a guard that was traded yesterday. I can't remember if it was him. It might have been somebody else. But if he is still available, I would guess in the same range of Zeitler, maybe a little bit more or maybe a little bit less, but in that range. Jerry, man, thank you very much. If we get Galladay, I want Slater and move him to right guard. Yeah, well, that's the good thing. He has that versatility. You can move him around the offensive line. A lot of people have talked about that because they already have the tackles in place. A lot of people have already talked about that. Thoughts on my perceived notion that deploying a wide receiver who is known for catching 50-50 balls will increase the amount of interception balls the quarterback throws because they are lower percentage completion throws. Thoughts on my perceived notion that deploying a wide receiver is known for catching 50-50. Yes, I agree with that, Duran. But when you bring in a wide receiver like that, you're kind of almost accepting that you're going to throw more interceptions. You're also going to have more big plays. And I think it's clearly obvious that that is the Giants' plan this offseason. If they bring in Galladay, they already brought in Ross. They're looking, you look at Ross 2 years ago, even though the guy's not great, he averaged 18 yards a catch. Galladay averaged 18 yards a catch. They're looking for guys for chunk plays. I think that's blatantly obvious. and for a fan base that's been calling for the New York Giants to take more shots down the field. Well, when you do that, you're going to have more interceptions. It's inevitable. But you're also going to have more big plays. You're going to have more splash plays. So I think that, and let me pull this up right now. 2 years, $16 million for Rudolph. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that. What does that mean with Ingram? What does that mean with Ingram? What does that mean with Ingram? That doesn't mean there goes Golladay. They're still meeting with Golladay. That doesn't mean there goes Golladay. And you don't even know how they're going to structure that contract. So that does not mean there goes Golladay. But I'm a little surprised with that signing. Look up Adam Schefter. I'm gonna do it when I can. I mean, Kyle Rudolph's a good tight end, but he's old, man. He's freaking old. I'm trying to look at the chat. I got to catch up with the donations, man. I don't want to. And Karan, man, thank you very much, man. Giants signed Rudolph 2 years, $16 million. We signed Rudolph 2 years, $16 million. I don't know how I feel about that one. But like I said, maybe they're planning to trade Evan Ingram. They might be planning to trade Evan Ingram. They might be planning to trade Evan Ingram. Let's take a quick look at Kyle Rudolph's stats. He's a good tight end, though. And John, man, thank you very much. Sign Parsons, second Creed, third Chaz. A lot of people like Chaz. I know Bobby likes him a lot. That'd be a good trio. So I almost missed that. Sorry, man. I think I had another one. I want to make sure I read these before I lose them. Highlight, man, thank you very much. My guess is that Garrett wants a true tight end that can block and can catch, or they're going to be going with two tight end sets with Evan Ingram. But that, to me, at least signifies that the Giants would be open to potentially trading Evan Ingram. But as far as Rudolph goes, yeah, it adds another tight end. Last year, he had 334 yards and 12 starts, 1 touchdown. The year before, he had 367 yards and 16 starts, 39 receptions, 6 touchdowns. I do think Rudolph fits this scheme. I will say that. The Garrett scheme, I feel like he's more the type of tight end that would fit this scheme. That I'll say. Kyle's 31 years old. Yeah. He's kind of regressed the last couple of years, at least statistically. But this, to me, shows, I mean, either if they're keeping Ingram, there's no way we're drafting Pitts. You could cross that off the list right now. Chris, man, thank you very much. Do we still have a chance to get Golladay? Yes. We're having a meeting with Golladay. And there's ways to clear cap space. Absolutely, we still have a chance at Golladay. We're having a meeting with Golladay. So, no, I don't think this impacts that at all. At all. And Golladay may go for less than what you think. Golladay might go for less than what you think. I know a lot of people think he's going to go for $17, $18 million. There's been injury reports, things like that. He may go for less than what you think. Authentic, I got rid of everybody's wrenches. I got like 5 wrenches right now because 600 people got blocked on my channel. But I'm going to start to slowly give them out again. And Glocks, man, thank you very much, man. Trading Ingram and the number 11 pick to move up for Pitts, thoughts? I don't see it happening. I know a lot of people want Pitts. I don't see it. I'm going to be honest with you, Glocks. I'd be pissed. I'd be pissed if we traded up for a tight end. I'd be pissed if we traded up for a tight end. I wouldn't want to trade up for a tight end. And as good as Pitts may be, I don't want to try. I'd sooner stay at 11. I do not want to trade up for a tight end. Or anybody for that matter. I don't want to trade up. But we may be trading Evan Ingram for a draft pick. That is definitely on the table right now after getting Rudolph. And I would think that the New York Giants may have had a team in mind. It's possible that they plan on playing both, though. It's possible for the year. You know, a lot of people don't really view Evan Ingram as a traditional tight end. I do think, like I said, Rudolph is more along the lines of a Jason Witten. That's the type of tight end he is. Not as good as him, but that's the type of tight end that he is. And I do think he fits this system very well. And that's probably the reason why the New York Giants brought him in. Am I ecstatic? No. It's a 2-year deal. But if they still get Golladay, I mean, I don't think anybody's going to be upset. I would think at that point, we're definitely not taking a weapon in the first round. If we just spend another $8 million on Kyle Rudolph and we add Golladay, I got to think we're not going wide receiver in the first round. At that point, I think you got to be going. You have to go defense. You have to go corner. You have to go middle linebacker. You have to go edge. You have to go one of those 3. And we'll see if we sign Golladay today. But I do not think that this prohibits us from signing Kenny Golladay. If we want to sign him, we're gonna sign him. Vibes, man. Hey, would you be mad if we got JC on at 11? I wouldn't be mad. I personally, I would prefer the other two corners, but I wouldn't be mad. A lot of people really like him. He's also a press cover corner. I do think he fits the scheme very well. Some people prefer him. I've talked to several people that actually prefer him to Surtain and Farley, but I do think he fits the scheme. And Thompson, man, thank you very much. So we have Glennon replacing McCoy. Yeah, McCoy's gone. McCoy's off the team. Glennon's going to be the backup. McCoy's off the team. Mitch to the Bills. $14 million. Read the chat, dude. Okay, I just read it. $14 million. $14 million. I try my best to read the chat, guys. Don't get mad at me. $14 million. And Michael, man, thank you very much. I appreciate it. $8 million. Could have had Hassan Reddick on a better deal. Shake my head. As soon as I'm ready to accept Gettleman, he pulls a traditional overpay head scratcher. Let's see what happens, man. I'm not in love with this move, though. I'm not in love with it. I'm not going to tell you guys I'm in love with it. But we'll see what they do with the rest of the free agency. I do think he fits the scheme, but I'm not in love with the move. I think it's the type of tight end that Garrett would look for, but I'm not in love with the move. J-Man, thank you very much, man. Slater's the front runner in the draft. Offensive line is not close to good yet. Trade Ingram with Kyle and Smith. Slater's the front runner draft. O-line is not close to good yet. Trade Ingram with Kyle and Smith. I agree. If you could trade Ingram at this point, I think they're looking to do it. If you could trade him. And maybe there's a trade on the table. Maybe they know there's interest from other teams. We don't know yet. So somebody said $14 million. Somebody said $14 million. When I get a chance, I'm gonna go to Twitter. I promise you, $14 million. I will take a look. John, man, thank you very much. I think we're addressing the O-line in free agency and going defense in the draft. Patrick Graham saying no more offense gives him studs. Parsons, Surtain, Aziz Ojulari, however you pronounce it. I think we're going 0-3. I agree with that. At this point, especially if we sign Golladay. We got to see if we sign Golladay first. But if we sign Golladay, I have to think we go defense or offensive line in the draft, like the first 3 rounds. I have to think that. And Killy, man, thank you so much. Hey, Chris, when will they announce Golladay, do you think? If they do it, I think it'll be today or possibly early tomorrow. But I think it'll probably be late tonight if they end up doing it. Joe, thank you very much. Ingram out the door, it looks like. Get a 3rd or a 4th. I think it's very possible. After getting Rudolph, I think it's very possible we could be looking to ship Ingram out of here if there's a deal in place. That would actually save us $6 million. So we'll see. James, thank you so much. I get the sense the Giants are willing to sign Kenny Golladay to a massive deal with how much they're handling the situation. I think it's 4 years, $76 million, $45. I do not. And maybe I'll be wrong. It doesn't seem like there's a huge market for Kenny Golladay. I think teams have been scared off by the injury. The report was that Cincinnati only gave him a 1-year offer. I don't think he's getting that kind of money. I know that we initially thought he was. I think you're going to be able to get him for a much more affordable price than that. I do think it's going to be more than 1 year, especially now knowing that they signed Rudolph. It's going to have to be more than 1 year because they're going to have to maneuver some money to be able to fit the budget. But if they sign him, but I don't think it's going to be near $19 million a year. I would say $15 million a year. That's kind of what I'm expecting right now. And True Atlas, man, thank you very much. I appreciate it. He says, Kyle is a lowercase W, reliable dude, Ingram for a pick. If they trade Ingram, I don't think any Giants fans are going to be upset that we got Kyle Rudolph. If they trade Ingram because of this, I don't think any Giants fans should be upset if we end up trading Evan Ingram because it's basically an offset of salary. Ingram's $6 million, he's $8 million, and Rudolph's a better tight end. I mean, Ingram can't block, and I do think Rudolph fits the scheme better. So let's see what we do with Ingram. Ingram may very well be included in a trade. And I got to see the construction of the contract. I'm sure we could get out after 1. We'll see. We'll see if they move on from Evan Ingram. Donovan, man, thank you very much. Mitch Trubisky signed with Buffalo. Yeah, I saw that in the chat. A bunch of people were talking about that. But we'll see. Rudolph is better. Rudolph is better than Ingram. Come on. Are you saying he's not? Or are you saying he is? For this scheme, I think he's definitely better. Evan Ingram can't block. Evan Ingram drops balls. Every Giants fan in the world wants him off the team. Is Evan Ingram a better weapon in terms of being more athletic and getting open? Yeah. But what has Evan Ingram done his entire career? He's dropped balls and he's gotten hurt. I think the Giants probably view Rudolph as a better option, especially to fit this scheme. Pat Sportsman, thank you very much. Rudolph is for red zone and blocking. And again, great point. We're trying to improve the red zone offense. Great point. We were 31st in the league last year. Something that Evan Ingram doesn't really help with. He's more of a guy that when he gets out in the open field creates big plays. I believe he will be better for DJ. He's a security blanket for him, fits the system better, definitely fits the system better. I think we cut or trade Evan Ingram. I don't think we're going to cut him. If we get rid of him, I think you'll be able to get something for him. Max, man, thank you very much. If you're the New York Giants, where are you taking Kenny? If I'm the New York Giants, I'm taking Kenny Golladay to the best Italian restaurant that I could find. 2 years, 6.5 per. Okay, so now it's $13 million. So, okay, when I get a chance, I'm going to go on Twitter and I'm going to get the exact details of the deal. Shaq Thompson, man, thank you so much. KG will get the money in Samuel's range with Washington. I agree. Somewhere around, maybe a little more. I'm hoping that. If they get him for $11 million a year, 12, it was almost 12. I'm jumping for joy. I think it's going to be a little more, but I don't think it's going to be near 19. I think it's going to be in that $14, $15 million range. That's what I think. But if they get him for 12, that'd be awesome. Joe, man, you know what? I'll save it here on my phone so that way I can catch up. I'm going to go on Twitter right now. I'm going to look at what you guys are talking about. Let me type in Kyle Rudolph. Let me get the exact details of this signing. Because everybody's giving me different. Okay, NFL update said 2 years, 16 mil. Somebody told me 14. Garoppolo said expecting this one to come in at 2 years with a max value around 14 for Kyle Rudolph. Okay, so NFL update might have been wrong. Garoppolo has been pretty accurate when it comes to the Giants. He's saying around 14. Maybe there's been a further update. If you said 6.5, it's 13 or 14. So it sounds like it's a 2-year deal around 13 or $14 million. That's what it sounds like. 6.5 or $7 million per. Yeah, if you trade Ingram, it's basically a lateral move in terms of salary. So that may be the plan that the New York Giants have. They bring in a tight end that they better feel fits what they're trying to do, a more complete tight end. And it's the same money that Evan Ingram was making, not to mention you're probably not bringing Ingram back the next year. So you look at it as a solution for the following season when Ingram's not going to be on the team at that tight end position. So let's see what they do with Evan Ingram before we go crazy. Let's see the complete plan before fans start going nuts. So it's about $6.5 million a year. I don't think that's that bad. And it's only a 2-year deal. I don't think that's that bad. And we're going heavy O-line. Yeah, we'll see, man. Dayman, thank you so much, man. Let me see if I can pull that up or if I lost it on here. Dayman, thank you so much, man. He says, Chris, I'm sitting here at work and I can't concentrate. I'm so nervous about Kenny Golladay. Yeah, I think we all are, man. I think we all are, man. But hopefully we get him, man. They got a meeting later today. We just signed Kyle Rudolph. That's actually a pretty big signing. And obviously we got our backup quarterback today as well. So we'll see how they continue to fill out the roster. Dom, man, thank you very much. What's the most you're willing to pay Golladay? Probably 16 per. I mean, at this point, the market's been set. I don't think I would exceed 16. I would try to get him at about 14. That'd be my goal. $14 million a year. I don't think I would exceed 16. You don't see any wide receivers getting that money. And I was listening on my way back today. I thought it was a really good point. I forgot who it was on the radio today, but I very rarely drive, but I did today. I was driving in Manhattan, and I was listening to WFAN, I think, and they brought up a really good point that a major reason why the wide receiver market may be at kind of a standstill right now and why wide receivers aren't getting as much as people may have expected. One, of course, you have the decreased market, but an even bigger reason, you look at the draft class this year. You look at all the talented wide receivers that are in this year's draft, and you probably have teams sitting there saying, well, I'm not going to give this guy $15 million a year when I could draft Kadarius Toney at 23, when I could, Bateman. This is a flooded wide receiver draft class, and I think that is a big reason why some of these wide receivers are not getting near as much as a lot of people thought they would once get. Obviously, the decreased market isn't helping either, but I think that's part of it as well. Taco Man, thank you very much. He says, Ingram, Rudolph, and no excuse for DJ. I like the move. I don't hate this move at all. But we got to see what they end up doing with Ingram. I think they may trade Ingram. I don't hate the move. It's only $6.5 million a year if the $13 million is accurate. I trust Garoppolo. The sports update came out initially with 16. Garoppolo 6 minutes later said no more than 14. So it's probably $6.5 million a year. I'm not going to go crazy about that. And took your candy, man. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. He says, meeting for Kenny Golladay is confirmed today per Josina and Renan. Do you think the meeting is more for off-field or injury concerns? I think it's both because I from what I read in the Josina Anderson tweet, they're meeting in the afternoon and then later at night. So to me, the way I took that was first they'll probably get the business settled. They'll, the greetings and the physical. They'll probably take a look at them. And then at night, that's when the New York Giants and Golladay will probably try to put pen to paper. That would be my guess. I think it's both. I think it's going to be checking them out physically, making sure they're interested in the player, and then trying to negotiate and get a contract done at night and seeing how both of them feel. But the reports that came out yesterday were that Golladay wanted the Giants. That's what Jordan Renan said. He was seeking the New York Giants. So if that's true, which who knows, you would think that he's got to sell himself to the Giants, and we'll see. Hopefully they hammer out the details and the New York Giants get the deal done tonight. I'd be very happy if we end up with Kenny Golladay. Shuggy, man, thank you so much. Golladay or Golladay? If Galladay's healthy, Golladay. If Galladay's healthy, Golladay. As terms of the draft, listen, I'm leaning draft personally, but now that I know we can get Golladay, it's a sure thing, and it gives us the freedom to do whatever we want in the draft. After I thought about it, I said, you know what? Take the sure thing. If it's depending on the price. But take the sure thing based on what I think the market is right now. Get your number one and give yourself the freedom to do whatever you want in the first round of this year's draft. So I'm going to be completely fine and happy if we sign Kenny Golladay. Shuki, man, thank you so much. Oh, I just read that. But thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. And make sure I didn't skip anybody. Shuki was the last one. Let me just go on my phone and make sure. Oh, thank you so much, man. Pinworm. Let me see if I can get it here. If I can pull up. If I can't, then I'll just read it off the phone. Because you guys are moving. We got 1,700 people in here already. This is insane today, man. There it is. Thank you so much, Pin, man. Stand up, new member. He's got the KISS logo. What's going on, man? Thank you so much for becoming a member of the channel, man. Gonna have a member stream in like 2 weeks, so check it out. We're gonna be giving away an Eli Manning football, signed football. So thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Let's see. And Slide, man, thank you so much. Do you think we will have enough for Golladay now that we just brought Rudolph in? Yes. We were having the meeting before that signing. The meeting was happening before that signing. They would not have asked Golladay to come here for a meeting if they didn't know that they'd be able to maneuver the cap in a way to be able to sign him. So I have no doubt in my mind that, worst case scenario, that let's say, I don't know, first off, they could backload the contract for Golladay. They could figure it out. They could backload Rudolph's contract. They could always maneuver the money in these contracts to try to make it fit the budget. So say they only want to pay it 6.5. Say they only pay Rudolph 3 this year and 10 next, or 4 this year and 9 next. I absolutely think they will be able to sign Kenny Golladay if they want to this year. Yes, 100%. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. And Patrick, man, thank you very much. Given the Patriots going 2 tight ends and successful, do you think the Giants might do the same? I definitely could see it. A lot of people were talking about Kyle Pitts and Evan Ingram, and I saw that as a possibility. If we couldn't trade him, the Giants have said they like Ingram, but I'm not going to lie. I think it's more likely that the New York Giants would trade Evan Ingram at this point in time based off the Kyle Rudolph signing. But Rudolph, maybe they go with 2 tight end sets this year. It's possible. I do think Rudolph fits this scheme very well. That's the first thing I thought of when I heard the name. I'm not ecstatic about it. The guy's 31 years old. His numbers have dipped the last 2 years. But to be fair, Minnesota has so many good weapons over there that may have had something to do with it. But I think he could be a good tight end for us. I think he fits the scheme very well. And if it's $6.5 million, I don't think it's that bad. I really don't. $8 million, I think you would have been pushing it. But it's only a 2-year commitment. I don't think it's that bad. Let's see. But again, we got to see what they do with Evan Ingram. Is that Patrick? No, that's Lax. Let me read Patrick here so that way I don't lose it. I already read that actually. Okay. Lax was next. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you to everybody for being here, man. I really appreciate it. Let's see. Lax, man, thank you so much. Kenny Golladay is visiting this afternoon and doing a physical plus COVID test. This evening is a formal meeting with the front office and the coaches. Yeah, no, that's what I figured it would be. Now they said it was going to be evening and at night. At least that's what I read from the original Josina Anderson tweet. So the way I took it was the physical first and then the formal meeting. And I would guess they're probably going to pull out all the stops. Probably have Daniel Jones there. Word came out like Joe Burrow was trying to sell Kenny Golladay to go to the Bengals. The fact that Golladay, all right, let's think back to Matt Rule, right? Matt Rule went to the Panthers first, never ended up going to the Giants. Obviously, the Giants said they weren't open and meeting his contract demands. The fact that he's taking this meeting with the Giants after taking the meeting with Cincinnati tells me if the Giants want Golladay and they're willing to give him in the ballpark of what he wants, he's going to be a Giant. That's what it tells me. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but that's what it tells me. That doesn't mean the Giants are going to want him. After they see the physical, we got to see. Malik, man, thank you very much. Chris, that's me and my man Gregory's. You know what that means, my man Gregory. You love that guy. I don't blame you, though. He's definitely got upside. I don't think they'll draft him. I'm going to tell you why. We just signed the guy from the Vikings, who's a defensive lineman. We brought back Leonard Williams. I think at this point in time, if they're going defense, and they very well could go offensive line in the first, I want to continue to say that. But if they're going defense, I think they're going corner, or I think they're going with Micah Parsons if he's there. That's what I think we're doing right now if we sign Kenny Golladay. I don't think we'll go Rousseau. We kind of signed a stopgap defensive lineman yesterday, and we brought back Leonard Williams. It's possible we do, but I'm leaning we will not do that. John, man, thank you very much. Last night, someone said that either Peppers or Ingram had to be cut in order to sign Kenny Golladay. Think Ingram will be traded to the Bills, Seattle, Arizona, and Indy were interested. It's possible. Maybe that is it. Maybe it's offsetting. But the thing is, you're bringing in salary that offsets Ingram. So it didn't save anything. Because, you could structure it a certain way, but it didn't save much. You just signed a tight end to replace Ingram. So didn't really save much. But I definitely think he could be traded. And that may be leading to something else. And if they trade Evan Ingram, Giants Twitter is going to go wild. David, thank you so much. Hey, Chris, did Bad Dog made the dinner for Kenny Golladay, and sure he had a good time. Sleep since he's under his bed. Yeah, he was actually in his garage yesterday, David. So he made sure he got to the meeting, man. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Let me just make sure. We got David and Abe is next. Let me see if I can pull him up on the chat. Abe, nope, don't have him here, but I'll read it on the phone. What was the Bengals offer to Kenny Golladay? What I heard, Abe, it was, and I'll pull up the next one I see. What I heard, Abe, was it was a 1-year deal. I didn't hear the specifics in terms of the dollar amount, but I heard it was a 1-year deal. So I think the Giants would probably have to offer a multi-year deal for him to sign, which I think Giants fans probably want anyway. I don't think that they only want him on a 1-year deal if he's healthy. But from what I heard, Cincinnati only offered him a 1-year deal. The reason being, I guess probably due to health concerns. But we'll see. Evan Ingram, thank you so much, says, no! You're going to have to change your profile soon to Kyle Rudolph, Evan Ingram. You're going to have to change that to Kyle Rudolph real soon, my man. And Austin, man, thanks so much, man. Stand up, new member. Welcome to the channel, man. Thanks for the support, man. Sound like a paisano there with that last name, man. But thank you very much, my man. And let's see. Carrie, man, thank you very much. Just a reminder, thanks again for Chase Young. Oh, well, you know what? We got Andrew Thomas. He's going to block his ass for the next 10 years. He did a good job last year. Put him in the dirt last year. He'll do it again. All right? No disrespect to Chase. The guy's a great player, but Andrew Thomas is going to be a great tackle for us. Steve, man, thank you very much. Why didn't the Giants extend Wayne Gallman? Because they signed Booker. Obviously, they prioritized Booker over Gallman. That's it. That's the reason. Because I don't think Gallman's going to get much more than what Booker got. Maybe Booker's seeking a 4-year commitment. Rather Gallman's seeking a 4-year commitment, and maybe he feels like he can get it out in the open market. Who knows? But Gallman was never a Gettleman guy. Gallman was never a Judge guy. So I knew it was always a possibility. I wanted Gallman back. Booker, I do think, is a good compliment to Barkley. I didn't love the contract. $6 million. I'm not sure what the salary cap implications are. We'll go over that when I get an opportunity later in the stream as well to go over the updated salaries, if it's updated on Spot Track with him. But I do think he's a good compliment. He is a hard-nosed runner. And Hunter, man, thank you so much, man. Stand up, new member. Welcome to the squad, my man. Thank you very much. And Daniel says, don't we still have Devontae Freeman? The chat's moving again, so I'm thinking something else happened. Don't we still have Devontae Freeman? No, he's off. He's off. Something must have happened. The chat's moving right now. Something must have happened. I'm going to try to read these as quickly as I can. I'm going to try to read these as quickly as I can. Chicago, man, thank you so much, man. He says, if we sign Golladay, I'd like a modest trade back. A lot of value between 20 and 60. I mean, yeah, I say it all the time. You have to be able to find a trade partner. But yes, I would. If there's a deal there, yeah, it depends on who's there though. If you love Patrick Surtain, if you love, Rashawn Slater, and they're there, you take them. But yeah, if there's a deal, you always listen to trade possibilities. Let's put it that way. Lifestyle, man. Thanks so much, man. He says, how much flexibility do you think we have at 11? If we sign Galladay, Rel, and I think that's Rel from Twitter. It's good. He's a good guy. If we sign Galladay, I think the books are open. I think we could sign a wide receiver. I think we could sign a tight end. Crimson, do you think we will get Kenny? I do. Brendan says you're absolutely right. I think, God, let me read these. I don't know, Chris. God, the chat's moving too fast. I'm losing these. Malik says, I don't know, Chris, because Alex, hearing Galladay and the Giants agreed in principle and are meeting tonight for a physical. Holy shit. Q-Dog says, Mr. Trubisky to the Bills. Yes, that is true. But the flexibility, I'm going to get back to that row when I can. Rodney says, Danny Jones and Kenny Galladay, the new Eli and Plax possibility. We'll see. Malik, he says, I don't know, Chris, because corner draft is deep this year too, and they get a defensive tackle. You saw the big defensive tackle for Pittsburgh in his pro day of 40 reps. I'll be watching him. Yeah, I think if we go defensive tackle, it'll be in the second round. Sigma, thank you so much. Hey, Chris, my birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday, my man. Oh, my God. Guys, I'm losing these, man. The chat's moving too fast, man. I apologize. I'm losing these right now. But happy birthday, my man. Something happened, and I will try to get to it when I can. I'm trying to read these. I think I got Sigma. The chat's moving way too fast right now. Tyler says, Rashawn Slater made Chase Young non-existent to North. Yes, he did. Yes, he did, my man. I'm going to pull these up here. If you donated, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to miss it. Something went down. Michael, man, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. He says, if the Giants fans really think Rudolph is better than Evan Ingram, wait till you see Rudolph run. I would have rather the comp for Ingram. Should have traded. He's not the same player in terms of weaponry. I think he fits the scheme better. I'm not saying he's necessarily a better player. Michael says Galladay and Rudolph are two excellent. Yeah, he definitely helps in the red zone. Definitely helps in the red zone. If they can make this happen, the offense could transform. That he definitely improves us in. He's definitely a better fit in the red zone than Evan Ingram is. That's for damn sure. Elvis, man, thank you very much. We have a tight end Whataburger on me, bro. Stand up. I love Whataburger, man. But thank you very much, man. I'm sorry if I missed anybody's donations. I'm going to get to the chat, man, but I'm trying to get to all these donations. What's going on, Julian Love, man? We'll see it. We'll see what kind of role you have in the offense this year, my man. Thank you so much for popping in the stream. Galladay is in the building. Oh, God, you guys get me nervous. Galladay's in the building. Anthony, man, thank you so much, man. Stand up, New York fans. What's up, Dana? Just got back home from work. Just saw the Giants sign Kyle Rudolph. Yeah, it's not a bad signing. You're the best New York stream for sure, fans. No smoke. I appreciate that, my man. Thank you so much. Let me read it on the phone. I think I could catch up on the phone real quick. I won't be able to pull them up on the chat, but I'm going to read them on the phone so I don't lose these for you guys. Julian Love, man, thank you very much. And Anthony, I'm going to read yours in 1 second. Actually, my phone's still behind. Says, stand up, New York fans. What's up, Dana? Just got back home from work. Just saw that the Giants signed Kyle Rudolph. Reminds me of one of the Giants' best tight ends, Kevin Boss. Kenny Galladay next. Yeah, I said he's kind of like a poor man's Jason Witten. That's kind of who he reminds me of. And Jason Garrett's our coach. Jason Garrett's our coach. Jason Witten fit very well in a scheme. So I think he's the type of tight end that really fits what we're trying to do. That's the first thing I thought of when we signed him. I'm like, okay, what was the reasoning behind this? And I think he fits the scheme. Hey, man, thank you very much. Only see a fifth at best for Evan Ingram. D-Hop went for a sixth. No, they got more than a sixth for D-Hop. They didn't get nearly as much as they should have, but they got more than a sixth for D-Hop. I can't remember what it was, but it was definitely more than a sixth. Definitely more than a sixth. But he's in the building. Well, we're going to find out soon what's going down, man. Let's see. Malik, man, thank you very much, man. Are you all alive? No, I think he's legitimately in the building. He's meeting with them, so he's probably in the building. Not going to lie, everyone. If we couldn't get Kenny, I was thinking about getting Marvin Jones. He already signed. I don't know, guys. Now we have a receiver. We get a pass rusher, corner, or a linebacker, but that edge. Well, I think that's what we're looking at right now, man. We're looking to fill in the holes on the defense at this point if we sign Kenny Galladay or the offensive line. I think that's what you're looking at. Jordan, he says, New York Giants run 2 tight end sets, third most in the NFL, might stay. Yeah, I'm not saying he definitely won't stay. I'm not saying that he definitely won't stay. We talked about the possibility of having him and Pitts together. So It's possible. New York Giants. I just read that one. My phone's a little bit behind the chat on here because there's so many people in here. My God. Once again, thank you to everybody for being here. Thank you guys for everything that you do for the channel. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the offseason. Hopefully we get to celebrate together and something goes down with Kenny Golladay. That'd be a lot of fun. That'd be a lot of fun to be able to do that live. And Big Pat says, Big Blue Rudolph was signed for red zone and scheme fit. Exactly. I think it's the scheme fit. That's the first thing I thought of was Witten. Tyler, thank you so much. My Ojulari prediction is looking better each signing. You love that guy. A lot of Giants fans do. Really good athlete. And a guy that's sort of mock draft charts. Maybe they do end up getting him. We'll see. Brendan, man, thank you so much. No booty snatcher at 11. If we take Golladay, go Tucker. I want to go back to what Rel said. I don't want to forget about that. In terms of the flexibility at 11, Rel, if you're still in here, best player available. That's what we could do if we sign Kenny Golladay. You could take the corner. You could take the tackle. You could take another wide receiver. You could, probably not taking Pitts now that you signed Rudolph, but best player available. It gives us freedom. We got flexibility. Tons of flexibility. Vera Tucker, we could take him. A lot of people say he could play guard. So we could take him. He'd be the other offensive lineman that we could be looking at the number 11 pick. Lucas, man, thank you so much. Geez, you're going to pass out if you keep talking so fast. This is the chip in for the oxygen tank. I'm trying my best, Lucas, man. This chat is booming, man. I can't say thank you enough, man, for all the support. All you guys always show me, man. I can't say thank you enough. Ryan, he says, can we cut Toyolo now? I don't think we're gonna. We're only paying him $1.6 million. I don't think we're gonna. I think he's gonna be our third tight end. I think that was the plan when we signed him. I don't think that's changed. I just don't think we're drafting Kyle Pitts. And Frank, man, thank you so much, man, for the $10 super sticker. I'm trying to do that face. I don't know. I tried my best. But thank you very much, man. I really appreciate it, my man. And VB David, stand up, new member. Welcome to the channel. Let me pull it up real quick for the chat. The super sticker for some reason doesn't show on StreamYard, so no point there. It just says super sticker. But VB David, man, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it, my man. Welcome to the channel, my man. And Corone Walters, man, thank you so much, man, for the $4 donation. I really appreciate it. Josh says apparently since you offered Kenny Golladay, I didn't hear that. Oh, so it did come out with the dollar amount, $8 million. What is that? That makes you think that there's definitely injury concerns if that's true. I did hear that it was a 1-year deal. Imagine if the Giants ended up getting him for like $8 or $9 million a year on average. Imagine. I love zombies, man. Thank you very much. We need linemen, and Washington wins the division. We do. We definitely need another offensive lineman. I'm not sold on Shane Lemieux at all. I agree. I'd be completely for taking a lineman in the first round now, especially if we get Kenny Golladay and Kyle Rudolph. I'm completely for taking an offensive lineman in the first round if they feel that that's the best player on the board. I'm completely for it. We got to get that right, man. We say it all the time. We've been saying it for friggin' 10 years. Got to get it right. I would not be against it. Q-Dog, thank you so much. He says, Daniel Mother Blanken Jones is going to show out this season. Weapons and confidence is the biggest holdup. You know DJ is my guy. Watch him ball out. Q-Dog's the man. I say it all. I said it last stream. I don't know if you were in here, Q-Dog, when I said it. I know you were in here at some point. I say it all the time. You are the first subscriber that I remember calling about Daniel Jones. It was Christmas time. And I was like, wow, this guy really likes Daniel Jones. Every comment of every video from Christmas up into the draft, Daniel Mother Blanken Jones. They better take Daniel Mother Blanken Jones, which is why I got you a Daniel Jones jersey, because I knew that you loved the guy. Took your candy. Thank you so much. Is this the final year of evaluating Jones realistically? Do you think he progresses enough to earn an extension, not just fifth-year option? No, I don't think it's the final year of evaluating him. I think if he does not improve, they may very well have to look at another option. But if he improves and maybe you don't know if he's yet a franchise quarterback, I think the evaluation continues. But I think he needs to show progress this year. I think he needs to improve. But no, I don't think the evaluation will be done at the end of the year. I think he's going to improve. I think he's going to have a good year, though. And I think he's going to give us more confidence that he could potentially see that second contract for the New York Giants, especially if they get him some weapons. Let's see if we get him Kenny Golladay. But thank you very much, and I appreciate it. Now we're good. Now the chat's catching up. Chrome Waters, man, thank you so much. What corners do you like at free agency? Butler's probably the guy I like the most. Because, I mean, just because of the ties to Judge, and I think he's the most realistic. I think Butler's the most realistic. The ties to Judge, the ties to Logan Ryan, that's probably who I'm looking at. But I don't think we're signing a corner now. I really don't. I don't. Especially now that we signed Kyle Rudolph, I don't see the money for it. I don't think we're signing a corner. If we sign Galladay, we're not signing an impact corner. It's why I think even stronger, that we maybe draft one, if not in the first, the second. Robert Bauer, man, thank you so much. If we sign Kenny Galladay, would you want Slater or one of the corners in the first? It depends. It's a good question. It depends on the value I feel I could get at the other position in the second. And I got to do more research on that. I know Stokes is a potential second-round prospect at the corners, but there's a couple of others. There's, the guy from Northwestern. There's a couple of other second-round cornerback prospects that people like. You got guys like Wyatt Davis. There's other interior offensive linemen you get in the second as well. Creed Humphrey, maybe the second or the third. So it depends on how I would value that. I personally don't think Slater's going to be there. I think Slater's going to be off the board, and both corners could be off the board. But we'll see. But I'd be happy with either one of them. I love zombies, man. Thank you so much. I hear you. Really want Surtain in the first, brother. I think Surtain would be a really good fit. He'd be a perfect fit. We signed the other Alabama safety last year. They played together. Taco, thanks so much. Garoppolo said Kenny Galladay wants to be a Giant. I know New York Giants fans like hearing that. He wants to take on New York. He wants to deal with us complaining every time he drops a ball. He wants to, he wants to take the smoke. Sign me up, my man. And Greg, man, thank you so much. Would we have room for Malcolm Butler? I don't think we're going to if we sign Galladay at this point. I don't. Frank, man, thank you so much. He says, if they get Galladay, they should trade down to the mid to late teens and pick up an interior lineman in the first and a wide receiver in the second round. They could do that. They better have trust and love then. Galladay now has interest from Chicago. What happened? Hold on. I'm going to check Twitter in a second. Anthony, so much. He says, what do you think we will do at middle linebacker? I would say Crowder right now. Maybe we draft a middle linebacker, but I would say Crowder right now will be opposite Martinez right now. Maddie says, Chris, how do I become a member? It's been too long. I appreciate you for asking. I'll have the link in my next stream. It's easier that way, but I don't know if you're on a laptop or a phone, it's different depending on the device. If you go to my channel, you'll see like a join button, and you click the join, and there's steps. But let me go to Twitter real quick. Adam Schefter, that's what you guys are saying. I'm gonna get pissed. Lions Frazier, Kenny Galladay spent Wednesday night meeting with the Bears. GM Ryan Pace and Matt Nagy source said he's scheduled to be in New York tonight to meet with the Giants. Okay. There's nothing bad with that. He met with the Bears. He's now meeting with the Giants. There's nothing bad with that. He met with them. He left. What's why are people upset about that? What's going on there, Vish, man? Thanks for popping on the stream, man. Yeah, he left with no contract. That doesn't mean we're going to get him. He may be playing the field. He may go out of the Giants. Word has come out that he wants the Giants. That doesn't mean anything. We received word that Dwayne Haskins wanted the Giants. We saw what happened with that. We obviously didn't pick him. But he went there and he left. If anything, that's a good thing. I love zombies. Thank you so much. Says, do you think with the addition of Kenny Galladay, that'll take our team over the top to an 8, 9, 10 win team? I would hope. I would hope. I love zombies. But yeah, I think it definitely could. It's going to come down to the growth of Daniel Jones, and it's also going to come down to whether or not that defense could hold up their end of the bargain, whether or not they could duplicate what they did last year and improve. And Michael, man, thanks so much. Guys, don't let the Bears scare you. He's not leaving tonight without a deal. Go G-Men. Appreciate it, my man. We're going to get our crack at him. Let's put it that way. we have a meeting. Supposedly, and I didn't get a chance to read it because this chat's been moving, but supposedly, according to you guys, he's meeting with the Giants. So if he's meeting with the Giants, we got our shot. We got our shot. And he's probably going to go to the team that offers him the most money. That's probably what's going to happen. He's trying to use all these teams as leverage. He's going to pick his best destination, and we'll see who he ultimately ends up picking. We received word that he won. The other thing is they'd have to be able to trade Allen Robinson too, I would think. I don't know what their cap situation is, but I don't know. We'll see. Imagine if they end up with both Allen Robinson and Kenny Golladay on the same team, the two best free agents this year. Giants organization taking Kenny to dinner. I think we're going to get him, but we may not. We may not. A-Rob's on. He's on the franchise tag. They could get rid of it, but he's on the franchise tag right now. Bears tagged him. I guess they could cut the tag or tag and trade him. They'd have to do that pretty soon. Galladay's going to want to sign with somebody soon. Mike Glennon is our new backup court. Yeah, I knew that, Marjorie. I was happy with that. I think he's a good backup. I think he's an improvement over Colt McCoy. And J-Man, thank you very much, man. He says, if Big Dave signs Kenny Golladay, I can dance. My penile. Oh no, I can cancel my penile implant procedure. Blowing lows, not leads. Oh God. Oh, what's going on, Jay? And Matty TV says, DJ or Dalton, you tell me who you want. Hashtag dimes. Oh, Daniel Jones over Dalton. Dalton's a game manager. Daniel Jones at least has more upside. Daniel Jones all day over Andy Dalton. 100%. But we'll see what ends up happening, man. But I'm not going to go crazy about the fact that he met with the Bears. That means he left the meeting. Usually, if he wants to sign, if the reports are true, which who knows, maybe Jordan Renon's full of shit. But if the reports are true of what Jordan Renon said, and I think a couple of other people said it, that he wants New York, and we like him, and we give him the proper amount of money, should be a done deal. Tyler, thank you so much. How much money you make from strip? I didn't get as much. I only got actually I had to pay them. That's what happened. I had to pay them. I had to give the customers singles because people didn't like my naked body. I was stripping up on the pole, and I actually had to give the customers dollars. They didn't give me dollars. I love zombies. Thank you so much, man. Just call me Ty. Hate my name. I made it forever. I'll go, all right, Ty, man. I'll try to remember that, Ty, man. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. But yeah, I had to give out. I was giving out the singles at the front of the bar. A pimp named Slickback, man. Thank you so much, man. He says, if we get Golladay and the line is shored up, pressure is on Jones. Dave did his job. No excuse for Jones anymore. I agree. That was the mission this year. We had to give him everything that he possibly needed to get the job done, and I'm in complete agreement with you on that. Andrew, man, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. And he says, hypothetically, Saquon Barkley does not come back as good as he was. He's on his 5th year and coming back from one of the worst injuries in sports. Hypothetically, Saquon Barkley does not come back as good as he was. He's on the 5th year and coming back from one of the worst injuries in sports. So you're saying, what would I do? First thing I'm going to do, I'm extending him on the rookie extension before the year starts. They have to do that. They have to come to that conclusion. It's only $7.2 million. That's less than what he's making this year. And then I'm going to try to hammer home a contract or trade him at the end of the year, depending on how he plays. If he doesn't play well, the problem there is I don't know how much you're going to be able to get for him. And at that point, I may just let him play out on the 7.2 on the 5th year. If he plays great, that's when you come to a crossroads where you say to yourself, are we going to give him the extension now or are we going to trade him? If he plays mediocre, I think he's coming back here for a 5th year. If he plays great, I actually think it's more realistic that you could trade him or you sign him to that second contract. So we'll see. But if he's mediocre, kind of like you said, I think he's going to be back here for a 5th year. I think he plays on the 5th year rookie option. But we'll see, my man. Thank you very much. And Watch Medicine, man. Thank you very much. Imagine Dalton throwing 5-yard slants to Kenny Golladay and Allen Robinson. Yeah. Oh, what a waste. What a waste. What a waste. And Dillian Bosch, man. Thank you so much, man, for the $2 donation, man. I really appreciate it, my man. And let's see. You never have to wonder, are you a stripper? Yeah, but I usually, like I said, I usually end up losing money. That's why I work so hard on YouTube. When I go into work for my part-time job, I end up losing money because people see me get up on the stage and it's like I'm at the Apollo. You ever see that show, The Apollo, where they start booing you and then they get the guy with the hook and they yank you off the stage? That's what happens to me usually when I go up on the stage. Unless last week I actually did pretty good because I went to an old person's home and half the people were blind. So I actually made out pretty good that time, but usually I end up paying them money. Greg, man, thank you so much, man. If DJ can't do it now, trade for Russell Wilson. Now you're in dreamland. That's not happening, man. That's not happening. We're not trading for Russell Wilson. That's not happening. But I don't think they're gonna trade Russell Wilson. The Gong Show, man. What's going on there, John Carlos, man? Thanks for popping in the stream, man. 2,000 watching. If you haven't done so, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell. Joey Lutz, one of my OGs. I just saw him. Yeah, we got Rudolph, man. I don't hate the signing. I think he fits the scheme pretty well. I don't hate the signing, my man. I don't hate the signing. It was only $6.5 million a year, I heard. So I don't hate it, my man. I don't hate it. We just signed Fish Vegas 2 years, $100K. And Al, man, thank you so much, man, for the $5 donation, man. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you to everybody for being here. If you haven't done so, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell. We got 2K in the building. Love each and every one of you guys, man. Thank you guys for being the best supporters on YouTube, man. No, I'm not actually a stripper. It's a joke. I'm not actually a stripper. I'm not actually a stripper. I saw like 5 people. Are you actually a stripper? Is he a stripper? No, I'm not actually a stripper. But thank you guys for being here, man. I appreciate it, man. And Dylan, man, thank you very much. He says, I'm a fan from Orlando, Florida. Pitts or Waddle? I don't think we're getting Pitts. We just signed Kyle Rudolph. So if you're asking me who's more likely, I don't think we're getting either one. We signed Ross, who's a speedster, even though I think Waddle's much more than what Ross presents. But I think Waddle's more realistic. I don't think we're getting Pitts. I don't. The only way Pitts is a possibility now is if you trade Evan Ingram. If you trade Evan Ingram, he becomes a possibility. And maybe we do. We'll see. And Justin Martinez, man, thank you so much, man. And Max, man, thank you so much, man. 2K sponsor promo time. I missed that, but matter of fact, let me pull it up there. This jumps around, man. Oh, there it is. Max, man, thank you so much. 2K sponsor promo time. Yes, if my mods have the link shared, please share it. The official sponsor of the channel, Faruqi and Faruqi Business Injury Lawyers. Check them out, guys. They sponsor the channel. Like I said, all the time, you guys are always beating yourselves up or you're beating other people up when it comes to sports. If you hurt somebody or you hurt yourself, give them a call, the official sponsor of the channel. I almost hurt myself with the Daniel Jones reaction, so I'm sure you guys are just as passionate as I am. So check them out, guys. Justin, man, thank you very much. Dalton said he agreed to the Bears because they assured him he would be the quarterback one. I think Dalton can perform fairly well there with Nagy. I think he can perform fairly well there with Nagy, but we're gonna have to wait and see. Damian Jackson. Matter of fact, let me see if I can get that link. I thought I saved it in my notes, but I forgot to. Yeah, there it is. I got the link. So let me share it with you guys in the chat. Anybody who may be interested, and if my mods, if they're in here, could copy this, just makes it easier for me. And again, I can't see if you guys posted it, so I'm probably just gonna post it from now on. I'll try to have it saved ahead of time. There's the link to the official sponsor, Faruqi and Faruqi. Check them out. Damian Jackson, man, thank you very much. He says, I was arguing with someone on YouTube. They were saying DJ is a trash because he had Evan Ingram and Golden Tate as wide receivers. That's his argument? Listen, there are arguments to be made, Damian. Believe me. There are arguments to be made that Daniel Jones is trash. Like you could say, oh, he had 11 touchdowns. Oh, he did this. Oh, he did that. His argument was that he had Evan Ingram and Golden Tate. Evan Ingram, who dropped 11 balls, and Golden Tate, who should be in a wheelchair. That's what his complaint was? That's what makes him a trash quarterback? That guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Watch Medicine, man. Thank you so much. He says, he isn't a stripper. He's Robert Kraft's manager. Yeah, I'm the guy behind the scenes. I'm like Worldwide West. I'm the guy behind the scenes. Watch Medicine. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it, my man. And David, man, thank you so much. Kenny met with the Bears. Yeah, I saw that. Again, I'm not going crazy with that, though. He met with them. He left. He met with them and he left. That I'm not going to tell you, but I'm not going to get into the personal dollar amount. But let's put it this way: I've started to make this my primary job, and that's not just now. That's been for like a year. I started to make this my primary job. But yeah, that's not going to get into financials. But thank you so much, man. I appreciate it, my man. And Dylan, man, thank you very much. How old are you? I'm 35, Dylan. But I know I don't look a day over 6. Al, man, thank you very much. This is bad news. Kenny Golladay from Chicago and loves playing against them. Now, if we sign him, he gets to play Detroit twice a year. I'm sick to my stomach. Listen, if he chooses him, we draft a wide receiver. If we don't get Golladay, we draft a wide receiver. I'm not going to be bent over a barrel by Kenny Golladay. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to give him ridiculous amounts of money for him to come here. If he wants to come here, I think he fits the scheme very well. I actually think he fits the scheme perfectly. And it may be why he's seeking out the Giants, if the reports are true. We're going to find out, my man. Jay, man, thank you so much. He says, Faruqi rocks. Got me a contract to play, left out. Jay, man, what's going on, my man? Yeah, I have an OnlyFans account as well, actually. Yes, that's true. But Jay, man, thank you so much, man. Brandon, man, thanks so much for the 99-cent donation. Let's see. I appreciate that, Henry Grant, man. Thanks so much for being here. What's going on, my man? Good for you, Chris. I appreciate that, John, man. Thanks so much for being here, my man. What's going on there, Bosch, man? Thanks for popping in. Daniel the G, man. Thank you very much, my man. And Matt Singh, stand up, new member. Welcome to the channel, my man. Check Albert Breer's Twitter. Okay. And Brandon, man, thank you so much, man. What's going on, PJ, man? Thanks for popping the stream. Thanks so much, man, for the 99-cent donation. I appreciate it. Let me check Albert Breer's Twitter real quick. Albert Breer, and we'll pull it up, man. And Brandon, man, thank you so much again, man. Thank you so much, man, for the 99-cent donation. Let me go to Albert Breer. Let me check him out real quick. Albert Breer. Albert Breer. What did he say? 20 hours ago? Was that his latest tweet? Couldn't have been. I hope that's not what you're bringing me to for a 20-hour-old tweet. 1 minute ago. Okay. Wow, this thing's going to drag out. This thing's going to friggin' drag out, man. Let me pull it up for you guys. 1 second. Let me just catch up with Shay, and then I'll pull it up for you guys. Shay, man, thank you so much. G-Men fam, get hashtag Ken New York Golladay trending on Twitter. I like that. That's a creative one, man. But let me scroll down a little bit. So that way I know I won't miss out on any of these as I'm switching to Twitter. Jason, thank you so much. What do you think about the quarterback situation in the division? I think Dak's the best, if I'm being honest right now. And I think we're right there. I think we're the second best. I mean, Fitzpatrick's had some success, but I would take Jones. I think we have the second best quarterback. I'd have Fitzpatrick 3. I'd have Hurts 4. I don't think the Eagles are going with Hurts, though. I think they're going to draft the quarterback. Brandon, man, thank you so much, man. He says, making it rain for our favorite Giant stripper, Brandon. I appreciate it. Yuri says, Bills signed Mitchell Trubisky. Yeah, I saw that yesterday. But let me share the screen real quick of Albert Breer. And this is what he had to say. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's a little small. But this is what he had to say. The Giants' visit with Kenny Golladay starts tonight. Will go into tomorrow. They have a lot of questions, and there's no guarantee Golladay gets an offer. But they're going to talk to him and consider it because the price may be right. He's coming off a meeting with the Bears. So the Giants have questions. That's why they're meeting with him. It's going to be a 2-day meeting. I'm sure they're going to run him through physicals and things like that. So there you go. We'll see if they get it done, man. I know it's exciting for you guys. We'll see if they get it done. But let's get rid of that real quick. And Michael, man, thanks so much, man. It's going to be a 2-day meeting. I can't check my Discord. There's too many people in here. I can't check my Discord. Sorry, Bavith. I want to make sure I get some of these, man. I already got the quarterback situation. I got the making it rain. I got the Mitchell Trubisky. And Michael, man, thank you so much, man. Stand up, new member. Welcome to the channel, my man. And Glenn says the Giants need more than one piece to go from one of the worst offenses to a good one. Golladay didn't make Detroit a winner. We need to draft a weapon. First off, we just got, and I know he's not like a super weapon, but we got Ross and we added Rudolph, who should help in the red zone, which is where we really struggled this year in terms of our offense, putting up points. We were able to go 20-20 a lot of times. We couldn't get in the end zone. We're also getting back Saquon Barkley. I feel like a lot of people are like forgetting this. Like, no matter who we add in the draft, in free agency, our best weapon, if he's healthy, is Saquon Barkley. So we're adding a weapon right there. That's a weapon. Saquon Barkley is back with the New York Giants this year. You're adding Galladay. You also added Ross. You also added Rudolph. And as I say all the time, it's not just that. Your other weapons on the team are getting better. Shepard will become a better receiver because of the better weapons around him. Darius Slayton will become a better receiver because of the other weapons around him. I'm not saying don't draft another wide receiver, but I can completely understand the mindset if you get Galladay not to spend a first or second round pick on a wide receiver. Billy, man, thank you so much, man. If we get Kenny Galladay, who do you want at 11? I like Parsons if he's there, or Rousseau from Miami. I would probably say Parsons or a cornerback. That's probably where I am. Caleb Farley or Surtain or an offensive lineman. That's probably what I'm looking at. But I'd be happy with any one of those. Or you can still go with a weapon. But I would prefer not at that point. And MYG, man, thank you so much. Sup, Entertainer. What do you think about the re-signing of Leonard Williams? Go check him out, by the way. He's got a YouTube channel, too. And thanks for popping in, my man. As far as the re-signing of Leonard Williams, I think it was a necessity. I think we were going to do it. I think it was inevitable. I think that New York Giants fans had to accept it. And once you got past that, I think that it was the best possible deal that we could have gotten done. And I explained it in my video, but he was going to get 19.3 fully guaranteed on the franchise tag. He knew he had us by the balls, and we were able to sign him on a 3-year commitment. Yeah, is the money a lot per year? Sure. But I always say it, I'd rather sign a guy to a 3-year deal than a 4-year deal or a 5-year deal, in my opinion. So I like the deal that we got done. It was inevitable that we were going to have to sign him. We knew that we were going to have to spend some money, and it was only a 3-year commitment. So I'm happy that he's back. I think he's a really good player. I think he fits the scheme very well, and I think we needed him. Caesar, man, thank you so much. Kenny Galladay is having a sleepover with Dave Gettleman and Mara. Let's go. By the time he leaves the sleepover, he's going to be sounding like he's from Boston. He's going to get so used to Dave Gettleman's Bostonian accent. But I'm looking forward to it, man. We'll see what happens, man. So this is going to drag on until tomorrow. Christian, man, thank you so much, man. He says, would love to have you down here in Charlotte, North Carolina for a Giants-Panthers game. Bojangles on us. Listen, man. Yeah, man, for sure. I want to go to road games. You know, I've said that in the past. I want to go to road games in the future with you guys. I want to try to organize that maybe this year if things get back to normal and people feel safe traveling and things like that. Maybe this year, but definitely going to go to at least one home game. JT, thank you so much, man. We got a red zone reindeer. DJ will have no excuse if we also get Galladay and Barkley. You had Barkley, you had Daniel Jones, you have the RPO dual threat plus the weapons. Yeah, we will definitely have threats from within the red zone. I'm with you on that, JT Carroll, and he will not have excuses if we get Galladay. We'll see if we get him. You know, the Giants have a lot of questions, which I kind of knew already. So I'm not surprised that Albert Breer said that. Like, I already knew that we had questions. So I don't feel any differently than I did going in. I don't feel any differently because the Bears had a surprise meeting that we didn't know about. I don't feel any differently than I did. I'm not surprised that he had meetings with other teams. Teams should be interested in him. Matter of fact, I would be kind of weary if teams weren't having meetings with Kenny Galladay. So the fact that teams had meetings with him, that doesn't scare me. I saw everybody panicking because the word came out that the Bears met with him. Okay. He didn't sign with him. He's meeting with the Giants. Think about it like this. Think about it like a woman. Like if you guys date. If you go on a date with a girl you really like, and you know, and obviously maybe you're not looking for a girlfriend at the time, but say you're in the market, you know, say you're a free agent, you're looking around at all the prospects. If you go on a date with a girl you really like, and you're looking to try to get into something serious, are you going to then go to the next girl and be like, let me see what I got with over here? Or are you going to try to pay more attention to the girl you really like? So the way I look at it is, he met with 2 other girls. He met with the Bengals. He met with the Bears. And he was swiping right on Tinder or Bumble. And he met with those 2 girls. And he looked at him and he said, all right, she's all right. She's all right, but I got this other girl. On Bumble. She looked nice, man. I got to see if she looks like that in person. But she looked nice. I'm going to go meet with her. So I don't look at it like, you know, like it's like I'm upset because he met with the Bears. Okay, he met with the Bears. He didn't like what they had to offer. Or he wasn't in love with what they had to offer, and he's willing to listen to the New York Giants. And Chris, man, thank you so much, man. Are you going live tomorrow? If you guys want me to go live, I'm going to go live. I enjoy doing these streams. You guys seem to enjoy him. And if this is going to drag on with Kenny Golladay, I'll go live again. You guys seem to love the live streams, man, and I love it, man. And oh man, I say it all the time. My first super chat I ever got, I'm almost positive, was from him. He says, "How does Kenny Golladay change our pick at 11 if signed?" I don't know if it changes our pick, but what it does is it gives us a lot more freedom. I don't think we're forced to draft a wide receiver if we get Kenny Golladay. We still could. So I think it gives us a lot more freedom. We don't have to draft for need. We got a lot of yeses, so I guess we're doing it again tomorrow. We'll do it again tomorrow. We'll talk about Tinder dating and Bumble and all that. But no, but I think that it gives you the options to go wherever you want. Like if you think a corner is your best prospect there, you take the corner. If you think an edge or a linebacker is your best prospect there, you take them. Had we not signed Kenny Golladay, I think that you almost had to sign a wide receiver, or draft a wide receiver rather. That's no longer the case. So that's my thought process. All right, no more yeses, man. But I appreciate it, guys. Damian Jackson, man, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. He says, "Oh, we one of Kenny Galladay's little dots." Sheesh. No. We're gonna be the prize. We're gonna be the prize. We're gonna be the girl that you meet on Bumble or Tinder, and you meet her and you're like, "Oh, I like her. I gotta kiss her first. I gotta see what her breath smells like. But I like her." He's kissing us right now, and we'll find out if he likes our tongue. But I'm looking forward to my man. What's going on there, Roland, man? Thanks for popping in the stream, my man. And Bresson, man, thank you so much, man. Let me get to that 1 second, man. He says, "How are you feeling about the Knicks?" I like the Knicks. I like the Knicks. I like where we're at. We just played two really good teams. We played them down to the wire. Games that I didn't think we were going to win. We're growing, and now we come back home. Tonight's going to be hard, though. We got all our point guards out, so we'll see how they perform. But I like where the Knicks are at. I think we should win at least 2 out of our next 4 at home, hopefully 3 out of our next 4. But I like where the Knicks are at right now. Let's go Knicks. Max Major says, "What's up there, Raphael, man? Thanks for popping in." What are the Bears? Are small? No, the Bears are not a small market at all, Joseph Santiago, man. Lonzo I don't think we're getting Lonzo. Maybe in free agency we're getting Lonzo. Happy Thursday. Today is March Madness. Yeah, it is, Alejandro. LF, man, thank you so much. If we get Kenny Golladay, defense number 11, who do you prefer besides a cornerback? Parsons. If he's there. Cornerback or Parsons. That's my mindset. I love Parsons. I think he fits what we do very well. A lot of people think he's the best edge rusher in this draft class. And you can move him around. You can put him on the outside. You can put him on the inside. Just got here. What do you think of the Rudolph move? I don't hate it. I think it was initially first reported as $8 million a year. And then people in the chat told me it was $6.5 million a year. So I'm not sure what it was. But then I saw Garoppolo say it was no more than 14. So I'm going to assume it was that. What the guy said, $13 million over 2 years, $6.5 million a year. I don't hate it. I think he fits the scheme. And like several people said, he's going to help in the red zone. I don't hate it. And it may mean that we trade Ingram. So we'll see. JT Carroll, man, thanks so much. Linebacker Brandon Copeland to meet with the Falcons and Giants. Oh, I saw that. I saw that we were interested in him. He's former Patriot. I saw that yesterday. And I think he's an edge, if I'm not mistaken. But he barely played. He's played with the Jets, too, if I'm not mistaken. But, yeah, I did see that. Obviously, connections there with the Patriots. But I did see that. He's a depth guy. I don't think he's going to be a guy that starts or anything like that. But you need depth guys. So, yeah, I did see that, though. It would be a minor signing. Let's see. New York for life, man. Thank you so much, man. Females that have 3+ kids that thinks we have to work hard to get with her, but knowing down there looks like an Arby's sandwich. That's the New York. You might be right, but I hope you're wrong. And J-Trip, stand up, new member. Welcome to the channel, my man. And you never have to wonder says Fuller is that confirmed? Will Fuller's with the Dolphins? That's one more team off the list, but he didn't even meet with them. That's one more team off the list. And if we don't get Golladay, you never have to wonder. Let me make sure I don't got any more super chats after that. If we don't get Golladay, what that means is Dolphins probably out of the market for taking a wide receiver at number 3 overall. Doesn't mean they won't take one with their second first-round pick, but I do not think that they will be taking wide receiver at number 3. So if we don't get Golladay, the good news there, I mean, maybe one of those wide receivers drops to us. So that's good news that Fuller signed there. That's good news for us, man. Let's see. It sounds like Galladay's down to the Bears, the Bengals, and the Giants. Bears, Bengals, and Giants. I mean, I don't want to go to Cincinnati. Who wants to go to Cincinnati? Stand up, new member. Welcome to the channel, Juan, man. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Sounds like it's the Bears, Bengals, and the Giants. A lot of people thought it would be the Giants or the Dolphins, but obviously not the case now. So the Dolphins get him. I'm confused. What's going to happen to Ingram? He might get traded, or we might go with two tight end sets. If Ingram stays on the team, no chance we draft Kyle Pitts. But he may be traded. It's possible. We're not going to cut him, but he could be traded. And yeah, it would save us $6 million. That's the other thing that comes from the trade. So say you get a 4th-round pick for him, you also get $6 million freed up on your salary cap. The Rudolph signing also, it's a 2-year deal. And I think this even further signifies, by the way, if they're paying Kyle Rudolph, like Giants fans that hate Evan Ingram should probably be happy right now. If they're paying Kyle Rudolph $6.5 million next year, I very much doubt that they're going to sign Evan Ingram to a contract extension after this year. I don't think they would invest that much into a tight end because they're already going to be paying Rudolph, and you figure it'll probably be more than 6.5 because they'll probably structure the contract in a way that it's less this year to fit under the condensed budget. It'll probably be more like 8. I don't think they're going to pay Rudolph 8 next year. They could cut him, depending on the salary, how they construct it. But if they're going to keep Rudolph, and he's in the long-term plans, I don't think they're going to keep Rudolph under an $8 million contract and then extend Evan Ingram. I don't think that's going to happen. So I think that even further signifies that Ingram more than likely will not be back with the New York Giants in 2022. He may play here this year. I think this almost cements that he will not be back here in 2022. But we'll see, unless they cut Rudolph, which is possible. What's up there, Squencher, man? Thanks for popping in the stream, my man. But let me try to read this chat a little bit, man. But thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate it. Fuller deal is only 1 year. Yeah, I know it's only 1 year. But I doubt they would draft a wide receiver at 3 overall. They could, but it's less likely now. Goodbye to my drop passes. That's right, my man. We still got almost 17:55 here, man. Thank you guys so much, man. If you haven't done so, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell. What's up, Patricia? She says, let's go Giants. That's right. Lions are definitely going to wide receiver. I think the Eagles, based on what we read today, could very well be going with a quarterback. And I thought that, I don't know if Jake's in here. I try to credit him when I can. And I know Authentic on Twitter today said that he called it first. Maybe he did. Jake called it. I don't know how you could have called it much earlier than Jake, though, because Jake called it the night that the Eagles tanked that game. In my Discord, he said, they're taking a quarterback. And I think what they said today in the press conference leads you to believe that it's very possible that they're at least considering taking a quarterback at number 6, which would mean a wide receiver could definitely drop to us. Yvonne, man, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. He says, hey, Chris, let's go according to a source. Giants and Golladay have a contract in place pending the physical tonight. Reason for face-to-face meeting. From what? Wait, where did you hear that? Because what I just heard was from Albert Breer that this is going to go until tomorrow. Now, is it possible? And you talked about it. Okay. Authentic, I'm giving you your props, man. I'm giving you props, my man. And go over there and check out Authentic and the Beard. Is it possible that the day 2, this is my line of thinking, and maybe I'm thinking too optimistically, but if what Albert Breer said is correct, is it possible that the reason it's a 2-day meeting is for him to stay in New York and almost have a press conference to announce that he's a New York Giant if everything goes according to plan, especially with everything going on in the world right now with the pandemic and everything else? He'd probably have to fly back, come back, go through testing again. Is it possible? And again, maybe me just thinking optimistically, that the reason it's a 2-day meeting is because tomorrow is going to be the day that he officially announces and talks to the press that he's going to be signing on with the New York Giants. Think about it. Gideon, man, thank you very much, man. NFL unnamed sources, Twitter feed reports, Giants and Kenny Golladay agree to deal in principle. I saw that earlier. Somebody pointed to me to that. We'll see if that's the case, man. But thank you very much, man. And Patrick, man, thank you so much. The signing of Leonard Williams says $11 million, $8 million. He cost 11. He saved 8. He was 19.3. He cost 11. So he saves 8.3 million, Patrick. That's it. I'm not trying to get you guys excited. So that's just my line of thinking. I'm not saying he's definitely signing here. I'm not saying that. Nothing's confirmed. So don't get mad at me if he doesn't sign here. Okay, it might not happen. That's just my line of thinking. Why is he staying over? It's not like you can't break bread and talk and hear what they have to say. He didn't stay over for Chicago, to my knowledge. So if he's setting up a second day, and again, we don't know if what Albert Breer said is accurate, but if he's setting up a second day, is it possible that that's the reason? Diego, man, thank you very much, man. Hoping we get Kenny Golladay and praying for Parsons at 11. Remember, I hold you back in November that I wanted him in the draft, and we may get him without tanking. We may very well get him. We may very well get him if it checks out that he didn't do the funny business in the locker room in Penn State. We may very well get him, man. And thank you so much, Manny, man. I appreciate it. But they could structure Ingram's next contract to have small hit for 2022. Point is, this doesn't speak much to Ingram's future. That's fair, Manny. That's fair. That's fair. You're right. They could sign him to a 4-year extension at $10, $12 million a year, and the first year they only pay him $3 or $4 million. You're right. That's a good point, Manny. I don't think he's coming back, though. I don't think he's coming back. Talking, man, thank you so much, man. This free agency period has been weird because of teams' caps and the amount of mid to good tier players on the open market. It's been insane, Talking. It's been a very fun free agency period. I knew it was going to be because there's going to be so many players out there and there's going to be so little money to spend. So I knew that it was going to be interesting. You're going to see a lot of crazy deals, off-the-wall deals that you didn't expect, 1-year contracts. And I think the Giants are playing the market very well. I think they're saving their money, and hopefully they get their big piece, and we'll see. Wilkinson, thank you so much, man. Stand up, new member. Welcome to the show. What is that, a pit bull? It's like a pit bull, and then I don't know if that's like a baby pit bull or a cat. I think it's a baby pit bull. But thank you so much, man. I appreciate it, my man. Welcome to the channel, my man. And I see Nick's talking in the chat. I want to shout him out. He told me he dropped 34 points the other night. I will be doing the Knicks game later, by the way. I will be doing the Knicks game later. I try to do every game I can. I will be doing the Knicks game later. The game's at 7:30, so I'll probably end this at like 5:30, 5:40, get dinner, and then come back live at like 7:25, call the Knicks game. But, yeah, I will be doing the game for you guys. What's up there? Nona Man X popping in the stream. You see Rivers is having his 20th kid? Is he? Oh, my God. Let's get back to 500 Knicks. That's right, Julian. I like the Glennon signing. I saw somebody say they like the Glennon signing. I like the Glennon signing. I think he's an upgrade over Colt McCoy. Nothing not to like there. I don't know what the contract is. I didn't get a chance to see it before I went live. But I like the Glennon signing. Oh, there it is. DeAndre Baker said, "I'm so happy we're signing Mike Glennon." I like the Glennon signing. What's going on there, Jawad? Yeah, Kevin says, I think he's a great backup. Yeah, he's definitely an upgrade. The one thing that I saw a lot of people on Twitter saying that, they feel like maybe he's not the type of quarterback of Daniel Jones, and is that bad because he's not mobile? No, it's not like Colt McCoy was. Colt McCoy couldn't have been anything more the opposite. So, yeah, obviously he takes the RPOs and stuff out of the offense. But, no, I like the Glennon signing. I think he's a guy that could step in there and keep the team afloat at least and compete in football games. So I remember he was pretty good his rookie year with the Bucs. He was actually pretty good. Last year he played 5 games, started 5 games, and I think he played pretty well for the Jaguars. The Jaguars obviously suck, but he played pretty well, at least what the statistics say. I think he threw 7 touchdowns, 5 picks, had like an 84 quarterback rating. Solid for a backup quarterback. In Judge we trust. That's right, Bueno. Thanks for popping in the stream, my man. I'm not mad at the Rudolph signing, but how do we feel about Ingram? I say trade, Oscar says. Yeah, I think they definitely may be trading Evan Ingram. Or at least it's a possibility. I should say definitely trading him, but I think they're definitely open to it. Let's put it that way. If they got a deal that they felt was fair, I think they'd be open to trading him. But they may not get that. But if they did, I think they'd be open to trading him. But maybe not. Maybe they're going to go with. We just saw somebody said it earlier in the chat. We saw the New England Patriots go out there and spend and where does he come from? New England. We saw the New England Patriots go out there and spend a boatload of money on the 2 best free agent tight ends, Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith. maybe the New York Giants plan on running several, 2 tight end sets. They want maneuverability in terms of the passing game. It's possible. I think that he does fit the scheme a lot better than Ingram does, though. I really do. He's much more like Jason Witten. And James, thank you very much. With the Dolphins getting Fuller, that's one more team in the top 10 who's not taking a wide receiver, Chase Foles. Would you take him, assuming yes? That's one I think he'd be the best available player at that point. So, yes. I don't think he'll be there, though, so don't get your hopes up. But if Jamar Chase was there at 7, I think I would take him. I think he'd be the best player. I think it's definitely debatable after that, the other 2 wide receivers, if they would be the best player. But I'm very high on Chase. I think he'd be the best player. I don't think he'll be there, though. I think the Lions will take him if he gets to them. I don't think he'll get past Detroit. But we'll see, my man. Look at Matt Elat Twitter, whoever the hell that is. All right, let's share this. First, let's look at how many followers Matt Eholt. Let's see how many followers Matt Eholt has. Matt, he's got a check mark. That's a good start. Look at that picture. What the hell? Hold on. First, let's look at the picture. What the hell is that? He's a Rockies fan? All right, I already don't like this guy. He's a Rockies fan. But he's from Connecticut, and he's a Rockies fan. All right. He says, in my opinion, he's got 9 likes. In my opinion, the Giants, it's opinion-based. The Giants' vibe with Golladay reeks a little too much of organizational arrogance. Unless you're concerned with his health, you're flying him in to make sure he answers questions in a way Judge and Gettleman deems satisfactory. They've won 18 games in 4 years. You don't need blah 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 blah. Sounds like tennis ball bullshit. Nonsense. Let Judge run his program. Ingram for Mahomes straight up. Will it work? Yeah, I think we'd be able to get Mahomes for Ingram straight up, man. What's going on there? Giddy man, thanks for popping in the stream, my man. Unfollow that man right now, Austin says. What's going on, Sean D? What's going on there? What's going on there, Sean Torres? And the Wilkinsons, man. Thank you so much, man, for the $1 donation. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you very much, my man. Kid Blue is in the stream. My man, KB. Check him out, man. He's been on YouTube forever. He works really hard. The Young Guns podcast. I got to pop on there next time you guys go live. Let me know. I've just been so busy doing what I'm doing over here. But love Kid Blue. Got to meet him once in person. Looking forward to hopefully to meet both of them again. Well, I haven't met the Hub yet, but getting to meet Kid Blue again and getting to meet the Hub for the first time. Had a blast. And Kid Blue, by the way, the camera takes away at least 3 feet with Kid Blue. I mean, he looked 2 feet. He's like 6 feet tall. He's 6 feet tall. Believe me. Billy, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. He says, would you take Farley if Surtain and Parsons aren't available or lean somewhere else? I would take Farley if we sign Golladay. I would take Farley if we sign Golladay. I like Farley. I actually prefer Farley to Surtain, even though I think Surtain may fit the scheme better. But yes, I would take Farley. What's up there, Matthew G, man? Thanks for popping in the stream, my man. Shout out to Brazil. I don't mind the trade for I don't think anybody minds trading Ingram. But Kid Blue's the man. Check him out. Seriously, check him out. Love him. Great guy. And yeah, I'm taller than Chris. There you go. I'm taller than Chris. It was just the camera angle. I told you guys. It's an optical illusion. Hamza, man, thank you very much. Trade Ingram and pick for Allen. So trade Evan Ingram and a pick. Then let them get Kenny Golladay. If they were looking to trade Allen Robinson, that'd be sign me up. But they may, at that point, they may just want to keep both of them. Maybe at that point, you could convince Allen Robinson, listen, we just got Kenny Golladay. This team's ready to rock and roll. I don't know if that would be the case, but yeah, sure. I'd rather have Allen Robinson. I think he's a better receiver. Lax, man, thank you very much. He says Fuller deal is supposedly 1 year, $10 million plus incentives. Okay, I think somebody said 1 year, $8 million, but maybe that was the offer to that might have been the offer to yesterday that went to Golladay. Maybe I mixed it up. So 1 year, $10 million plus incentives. It's about what I thought he'd get. I think that's pretty fair for him. I mean, you're talking about let's think about this. You're talking about a guy that he's gonna miss the first game of the season. He's suspended, so you're taking on that risk. He just got popped for PEDs. If he gets popped again, I think he probably has to sit out the entire year. So you're taking on that risk. He's missing the first game of the season, and he's got an injury history, an extensive injury history. So I didn't think he was going to get more than a 1, maybe a 2-year contract. So that's probably about what I thought he would get. 1 year, $10 million, 1 year, $11 million. I think that makes sense. Rudy, man, thank you very much, man. Another offseason with Dana holding us down. My man, Rudy, man, thank you so much, man, for popping in, man. He got suspended for steroids. He got popped for steroids. But glad to see you in here, Rudy, man. Thank you so much, man. And, yeah, we're going to be doing a ton of mock drafts in about a week. We're going to start those up. We're going to be doing live streams. I'm going to have other YouTubers on. I'm going to have my first, the typical video, first round mock draft, New York Giants. Well, the whole first round. And then we'll start doing live streams like once a week where we have other YouTubers on and we do, a mock draft. It'll be fun. We'll do like 3 or 4 of them. I'm looking forward to it. Juan, man, thank you very much, man. Hey, Chris, love the New York Giants. Love watching you and Bad Dog. If Parsons, Surtain, Pitts, and I think you meant Jalen are gone, do you think we trade back in the draft? If we do, how far do we take? I don't think we do. I wouldn't rule it out. I definitely think we could trade back. I'm never going to rule it out. Gettleman's never traded back, but we all know that Judge has some control of the decisions at this point in time. And obviously he comes from New England. They're notorious for trading back in the draft. So I wouldn't rule it out. Again, I always say you need a trade partner. But no, I think where we're picking, I really believe this. I think where we're picking one, I think we have a lot of good options. Yeah, if you're just thinking wide receiver, maybe you want to trade back because you want to be able to justify taking the receiver that you like. But where we're picking, I think you got great options. I think there's good corners. I think you got Parsons. I think you could go offensive line. I think the Giants will like one of those prospects a lot, and they're going to stay there and they're going to take them. There's a lot of good depth in this draft. I don't think they're going to trade down. I really don't think they're going to trade down. John, man, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. He says, do you have faith in Daniel Jones? I don't know. I have enough faith. Here's what I'll say about Daniel Jones. When you say faith, are you telling me, am I going to be a guy that comes on here and tells you that I know he's going to be a franchise quarterback? No, I don't know that. That would be me lying. I'm not going to lie. My heart wants to tell you that I know he's going to be a franchise quarterback. But I honestly believe, and the proof's in the pudding. I think I've bought like 10 Daniel Jones rookie cards. A hobby of mine that maybe a lot of you guys don't know about me is, and one of my subscribers actually sent me 2 Daniel Jones rookie cards. I was blown away by that. But one of the hobbies that you guys may not know about me that I like to do for fun is I collect sports cards. It's almost like the stock market for sports. And I try to buy players on the low. Well, a player I've been buying a lot of is Daniel Jones. And it's because I think he's going to bounce back this year. So I really believe that. I think he's going to have a good year this year. I think the Giants are going to give him the pieces that he needs to be successful. I think the offensive line should be better. I'm not saying it's going to be great. I know they lost Zeitler, but the continuity, them coming back in the same year, I think it'll be better than last year. Better weapons, that should only help the offensive line because it makes the offense more unpredictable with having Saquon Barkley back, adding wide receivers, so on and so forth. I think Daniel Jones is going to be a better quarterback this year. I think he's going to have a good year. Now, can I tell you that he's going to be a Super Bowl winning quarterback? Could I tell you that he's going to be a franchise quarterback? No. Most quarterbacks are not franchise quarterbacks. That's the fact of the matter. Think about it. How many franchise quarterbacks are in the NFL right now? 10, 12, maybe, if that. So I hope he is. I think he could be, but I can't definitively tell you that he's going to be. Noah, man, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Kyle Pitts pipe dream equals dead. It ain't happening. I don't think it's happening. I don't think it's happening, my man. I really don't. I don't think it's happening. But thank you very much, my man. Kendall, man, thank you very much. How do you feel about? Yeah, I've been asked about him a bunch. I don't know enough about him. That's like the 3rd time somebody's brought him up to me. I'll look more into him. I'm gonna learn the later round prospects as the draft gets closer after free agency. But a lot of people have brought him up to me. I got to do more research on him though, Kendall. I don't want to tell you something I don't know, but I think you're like the 3rd person that's brought him up to me. But thank you very much, my man. But I will look into him. Welcome, Big Sports Talk. Thank you very much. He says, I can't wait to be on the channel, but I will say that trading back for A-Rob and Evan Ingram to the Bears makes sense if we don't get Kenny Golladay and A-Rob as well. 100%. I don't know if it would happen, but 100%, man. You at least knock on the door. But the other thing I'll say about the Bears, though, and I should have thought about this when somebody else just brought that up. The other thing I'll say about the Bears, why would they want Evan Ingram? They just drafted Cole Kmet. So it was a 2nd-round pick. They didn't have a 1st-round pick last year, but they spent their 1st pick last year on a tight end. So I don't necessarily think they'd want to trade for Evan Ingram because Evan Ingram's good. They're going to have to pay him $6 million this year, and then they'd have to give him an extension the following year. So I don't necessarily think that that's the best fit. I'm not saying that other teams may not want Evan Ingram. I just don't think the Bears would be one of the teams that may want him. But I definitely think he may have a market. Maybe not as much as we would want, but I think he'll have a market. AP, thanks so much. Never did I think I'd rely on New York Giants media, but here I am. Well, I appreciate that, AP, man. Thank you so much for being here, man. Durant says, can't believe Washington football team's last franchise quarterback was Theismann. Yeah, and I don't even think, Durant, I have to look this up. I'm curious. Let me look this up. By the way, I say this all the time. I'm going to look up Joe Theismann's career real quick. I say this all the time. I think the most underrated accomplishment in NFL history. Yeah, Theismann played long. Yeah, he was a franchise quarterback. Yeah, he was a franchise quarterback. He's their greatest quarterback of all time. I think the most underrated by a coach, and I hate to say it as a Giants fan, but it's just true. It's how I feel. I think the most underrated accomplishment by a head coach in NFL history is Joe Gibbs. Joe Gibbs won 3 different Super Bowls in like a 6 or 7 year span with 3 different starting quarterbacks. That's insane to me. So I think that's an insane accomplishment. And Juan, man, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Agreed on DJ. We'll have a better year this year. Also, how do you feel about Zaven Collins? I like Zaven Collins. I've looked into him. I like him. Jalen Mayfield's a good tackle prospect as well. I don't think we're drafting a tackle, though. That's the guy out of Michigan. I don't think we're drafting a tackle because we brought back Nate Solder. So he's already our swing tackle. They expressed confidence in Matt Parrott at the press conference. I think we're going to draft a guard or a center. I don't think we're going to draft a tackle. And if we do draft a tackle, I think it'll be later in the draft. And Sticky Fingers, man, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. He says, Dear Chris, please don't read this on stream. I read it. Sorry. I read it. And Authentic said Gibbs is a go. Yeah, I say that a lot, man. That to me is one of the most underrated accomplishments. It doesn't get talked about enough. That's pretty insane that a head coach can win 3 different Super Bowls with 3 different quarterbacks. Of course, Authentic, being from the DC area, so you probably know the Washington football team's history well. That was the Hogs, though, man. That offensive line was ridiculous. That was their driving force for that team and their defense. But they had that incredible offensive line, which is a big part of it. And I say it all the time. A big reason why is everybody saying Juju? A big reason why I'm as big on the offensive line as I am, I guess, is the era that I grew up in. I grew up watching the Dallas Cowboys team in the mid 90s and saw their dominance with the offensive line that they had. Let's see what we got. Why are we saying I saw you spam Juju 4 times. I don't know what that means. Juju. All right, let me go to Twitter and look at Juju. Hold on. Let me go to Twitter and look at Juju. Look at Charlie from 914. Who the hell are these people? Charlie from 914. Let's take a look at Charlie from 914. Hold on. Charlie from 914? That didn't work. Hold on. Let me try again. Yeah, that doesn't work. I typed that in. That didn't work. Charlie from 914. That's not working. Did I spell it wrong? No, I spelled it right. Let's look up Juju, though. You guys are saying Juju. Juju. Let's see. Interesting development. That was 5 hours ago, so that's not it. What am I missing, guys? I don't know what I'm missing here. What am I missing? I don't see anything. Just tell me. Tell me in the chat. I don't know what I'm missing. Green Bay in on Juju? Green Bay in on Juju? Is that what you're saying? Green Bay in on Juju? The Giants aren't getting Juju. So I don't know why you're doing that. The Giants ain't getting Juju. I'm going to start giving out a couple more wrenches because this is ridiculous. Let me give out a couple more wrenches because these people come in here and they spam these. So I hate handing out so many because I always have problems. I know if I start handing them out, I'm going to have the same problem again. I'm going to have to get rid of the wrenches again. But let me start handing out some wrenches. And I'm gonna get to that donation in 1 second, my man. Because not all my wrenches are always here. So I'm gonna hand out a couple of wrenches. Authentic, I gotta find him. I'm gonna give him one. I'm gonna hand out a couple of wrenches. It's got to be people that are always in my streams, so I don't want to just hand them out. New York Giants 26 man. Yeah, you're always in my streams. I'll give you one. I need more wrenches because it gets ridiculous. Mike Nixon, I'll give you one. And Authentic. All right, I gave out 3, so I gave out a few more wrenches. Sean, man, thank you very much, man. Tana, Shep, Galladay, Rudolph, Slayton, Barkley, John Ross. This team should not have any issues putting up 30-plus points a game with this roster. Get it done. Hashtag in Judge we trust. If we get Galladay, that was a great point that I didn't even think about when we first got Rudolph, because all I was thinking about was Jason Witten. But when we got Galladay, if we get Galladay with Rudolph, our red zone offense is going to be so much better, Sean, than it was last year. Between Rudolph and Galladay, 2 red zone threats, 2 guys that are definitely going to help us in that area. So I like our offense with the acquisitions that we made if we get Galladay. I really do. And Rakeem, man, thank you very much. I want Waddle. If we don't get Galladay, I think Waddle's a possibility. If we do, I'd say probably not going to happen. Dan, man, thank you very much, man. You are aware of the issues with Parsons. Heard reports saying 14 teams have already removed him from their boards. Love him, but curious what comes out. Well, that's the thing, Dan. Yeah, I say that all the time. I don't know about the funny business, but if the funny business doesn't, if the Giants do their due diligence and it checks out that it's not a big deal, I would like him. But I agree with you that it's if that has any legitimacy at all, he's not touching the New York Giants. And Manny, man, thank you very much. Wrench me. I gave out 3. That's it. I'll give out more in the future. I give these out too much. I give these out way too much. And then people take advantage of them. They start blocking people. And then I have 600 people blocked. Not happening. I ended out a couple because these streams are getting fairly large. And I need people to be able to moderate the chat. Marcel, man, thank you very much. And if I start to see it again, we're going to start all over again. Marcel says, did we overpay for Kyle Rudolph? Looks steep to me. Okay, I need to see the full contract details. I've heard conflicting reports. I've heard $16 million. I've heard $8 million a year. I've heard $6.5 million a year. I've heard $7 million a year. I need to see it, and when I get an opportunity, I'll look at it. If it's $6.5 million a year, I'm completely fine with it. If it's $7 million a year, for 8, you're kind of pushing. But if it's $6.5 million a year, I think it's a fine deal. It's only a 2-year contract. It's not a big deal. And we got time. Thank you very much. I told you we get Rudolph. Nice red zone threat. Yeah, it definitely helps in the red zone. He's a good all-around tight end, and he fits the scheme very well. I understand the signing. Steve, man, thank you very much. Oi, you plonker. You forgot my wrench. Now you need one. All right. That's it. Don't ask, guys. Please don't ask, because then I can't give them out every stream. But Stephen Lilly's been one of my best subscribers ever. And he's been with me forever. So he needs one. So there you go. There's a couple mods. Sticky Fingers, man. Thank you very much, man. Did you see Art Stapleton's tweet? Let me take a quick look. Let me take a quick look. Art Stapleton. Art Stapleton 10 minutes ago. Just doubling back on this, and something I have not been able to confirm. Report doesn't clarify if Galladay met with Matt Nagy and Pace in person in Chicago or Zoom. Haven't been able to get confirmation on that. Okay. So he met with Chicago. He's saying that he does not know if it was in person or not. So regardless, he met with them. But it sounds like, and maybe the Giants requested this, it sounds like the New York Giants is much more serious. Having to fly there, meeting in person, staying over for another day, makes you think that it's a possibility that he's going to sign with the Giants. But we'll see. And the fact that he waited for the Giants to be last kind of tells me that he wanted to see the other offers before he maybe went to the team that he ultimately wants the most. But we'll see. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up. And Jai says, mod me. I'm here all the time. You keep coming back. Eventually you'll get one. But I can't give them out like candy. If I give them out like candy, it's going to get out of control again. I don't want that. And it's not fair to the people who watch. Sam, man, thank you very much. I like the tight end signing, but surprised no cornerback signed. Yeah, I think we're going to draft the cornerback at this point. If we sign Galladay, I think we're going to draft the cornerback, whether it be the first or second round. Michael, man, thank you very much. As per Art Stapleton last tweet, he can't confirm if Kenny Golladay was physically in Chicago or met over Zoom. He's actually coming to New York physically to meet, and it's 2 days, apparently. And who knows, but that's what we've read today from what you guys have shown me. So it sounds serious, but I don't want to. I don't want to go crazy. I would hope we have an answer by tomorrow whether or not Kenny Golladay is going to be a New York Giant. I don't think we're going to get one today, based on the fact that it's going to be 2 days. But maybe that second day he's going to have a press conference. He's going to announce that he's with the Giants. Who knows? But let me see. Just want to make sure I'm caught up here and I didn't miss anybody. Caesar, man, thank you very much. What funny business did he do? Well, I'm not going to get into exact details. It's graphic, but you could look it up online. But it involved inappropriate things doing with other members on the team in a sexual fashion. That's what I'll tell you, if it's true. Michael, man, thank you very much. We should have beaten the Bucs with the team we had with these additions. We are contenders. We should have. Now to be fair, Michael, the Bucs were not the Bucs then that they are now. The Bucs definitely became a much better team as the course of the season went on. But I completely agree with you. We went toe-to-toe with the Bucs. And we went toe-to-toe with a lot of good teams. We went toe-to-toe with the Rams. We went toe-to-toe with a lot of good teams. So we even went toe-to-toe with the Steelers until Daniel Jones threw that pick at the end of the third quarter. So we played a lot of good teams really close last year. We're going to make some additions, and there's going to be just natural improvement on the roster to begin with. Just the fact that these are young players improving, growing, getting more familiarity in the schemes. So I think that there are reasons to be very encouraged as a Giants fan going into this year. And Vin, man, thank you very much. All East teams lost last night, but the Mavs won. The Mavs keep winning, man. It's pissing me off. The Mavs keep winning. It's pissing me off, man. Yo, Elvis, man, thank you very much. Chris, need my wrench in the future. Go Giants. Yo, Elvis, man, I see you all the time. Eventually, I'm going to have to give, as the channel grows, I'm going to need more and more and more. I'm kind of not trying to give them out as trophies, though. I'm trying to treat it almost as like, what they're meant to be. And what a moderator is somebody that's supposed to help moderate the chat. So I've tried to take it more seriously. I'm too nice of a guy. I used to just hand them out like candy. But I've realized that the mods I've given out, they're not in all the streams. So I need to give out a few more. Michael, man, thank you very much. Ignore my last chat now. What was your last chat? What did I miss, Michael? I didn't mean to ignore your chat, man. As per Art Stapleton. The Art Stapleton thing. Michael, man, thank you very much, man. I'm sorry, man. Eric says, not everyone can keep getting Yeah, you can't do it. It gets out of control if you do that. You got to have an appropriate number. And Colby, thank you very much. Correction, the Twitter is Charlie Soriano. Okay, I'll try Charlie Soriano. Charlie Soriano. That didn't work either. Is this like a troll thing, Colby, that you're just asking me to look up random people that don't have Twitters and to get me to try to search? Is that like a joke? I don't know. He doesn't. I typed in Charlie Soriano. Didn't work. John, man, thank you very much. Curtis Samuel, $11.5 million a year. Fuller, $10 million a year. Maybe Kenny Golladay, $12 to $13 million a year. The Fuller one I kind of expected, though, because of the injury history and the fact that he's on a suspension. So I kind of expected a one-year deal in the $10 to $11 million range. I'm hoping we get Golladay for 14. If we got him for 13, that'd be great. 12 or 13, that'd be great. But thank you very much, man. John, I appreciate it, my man. Let me see. Make sure I catch up. Vita, man, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. He said, keep up the great job, Chris. Best Giants content. I appreciate. I'll have a video. Well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to have a video up. I'll try to have a video up before the next stream tonight. Talking about Kyle Rudolph and talking about, obviously, Mike Glennon. I'll have a video up on that and the Golladay news. Probably after the stream, I'll try to make a quick video for you guys and give my full opinion when I get to see all the details on everything. But I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much, man. I'm having fun with you guys. I've been loving these streams the last couple of days. Brandon says Golladay at this point has to be signed. Then O-line at 11. We get our true number one, and we also get O-line help. People forget we are the 31st best O-line last season. You're right. I think it's a little flawed, but it still wasn't good. The second half, we were much better than 31. The first half, we should have been ranked 40th. It was that bad. So I think we definitely improved over the second half, and I think we will be much better than 31 next year, even without an addition. But we still are not nearly good enough with what we've got. I agree with that. I think we need to add an offensive lineman and a guy that can make an immediate impact to have at least a league average offensive line, especially after losing Zeitler. whether that be in the draft or whether that be in free agency. So I'm with you. You can have all the weapons in the world. If you can't block, you're not going to have a great offense. So I'm always an offensive line guy. I recognize we need weapons. That's why I've kind of folded to taking the wide receiver early or signing Golladay. But we definitely need to get that offensive line right. Tyler, man, thank you very much. If we sign Golladay, could we sign a guard or a cornerback too? Depends on the money. Depends on how they structure the contract. I don't think so, though. I don't think we'll have much more in the budget after that. If we sign, we might be able to get like guys like we've been getting, like 1 year, $2 million guys. But do I think we'll be able to sign impact players after that? Probably not. No. I could see like 1 year, $2 million contracts, stuff like that. Smart contracts, but nothing like super impactful. I'd be surprised. I mean, there's always ways you could restructure contracts and things like that if you really wanted to. But Ryan, man, thank you very much. Dang, the Hudson looks beautiful today. Yeah. But what's inside is not beautiful, Ryan. You got mutated fish. You've got boots. You've got dead bodies. You've got sunken ships. And if you live near the Hudson River, please do not drink out of it. Ryan, man, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. And Michael says, free agency, please. I don't want another first-round offensive lineman. Should have used Rudolph's money. I think we'll draft the second. If I had to guess, Mike, I think we're going to draft the second-round offensive lineman. I don't think we're going to draft one in the first. I think we'll draft the second-round offensive lineman. I think the second round is going to be right now. If you guys, if we get Golladay, let's play the game that we're going to get Golladay. If we get Golladay, if you ask me right now, Chris, what do you think is going to happen? You're doing a mock draft right now. Cornerback in the first, interior offensive lineman in the second. Third could go a lot of ways. You could go with a wide receiver, possibly, if you really like one. You could go with an interior defensive tackle. You could go with a edge rusher. You go a lot of ways. But I am leaning that the first 2 rounds right now, if we sign Golladay, corner, interior offensive lineman, first 2 rounds. That's where I'm leaning right now. And Steven, man, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Do you think we should get a wide receiver at 11? If we sign Golladay, I'm leaning no, but I'm not going to be upset if we do it. I'll recognize that we need weapons, and it puts you over the top, and then you don't got to think about weapons for a while. But I would say no. I would prioritize another position at that point. Dylan, man, he says, to be modded, must be subscribed for at least 3+ years, active in chat, not spamming, doesn't give false news. If this is not you, then please. Appreciate that, Dylan, man. Thank you very much. Savrino says, looking like a 10 plus. Let's get Golladay for. I think people let's pump the brakes. We didn't get Golladay yet. And we don't know what this offensive line is going to look like yet. But let's get Golladay before we get super excited about next year. I know that's what a lot of you guys are assuming we're going to do. We didn't get him yet. Let's seal the deal. Let's get it done. And then we'll see what we do in the draft. You know, I don't want to give a win prediction or anything like that until I see not just what we do, but the teams on our schedule do. But I think we're going to be an improved team. I think we're going to be a better team. I think we're playing a softer schedule than last year. We're still playing a hard schedule, but I think it's softer. I think we'll be improved. And I think we're going to add some pieces that will make this a better football team. And just coming back, having more familiar, I think we're going to be better by default. So I'm leaning 8+ wins, and I'm hoping 10 or 11. But right now, I can tell you this right now, pretty much guaranteed. I'd be surprised if I don't predict at least 8 wins going into the year at a bare minimum. But I got to see the rest of the offseason, what we end up doing and what the other teams end up doing before I could conclusively say this is what I think we're going to end up getting. But I'm leaning that I think we're going to get at least 8 wins this year. And Matt, man, thank you very much, man. A wrench is earned, not given. Pay your dues. I appreciate that, Matt, man. Thank you very much. I used to give them out too much, but I appreciate that, my man. And by that, you don't have to donate. You just show up. But I'm gonna let my wrenches pick out who gets the wrenches. But I needed to get more because it's getting out of control. So. Do you think the Giants will sign Kenny Golladay? Yes. Ultimately, I think the Giants will sign Kenny Golladay. If I had to guess. I'm like 60%. I'm not like we're definitely getting him. But I'm like 55 to 60% I think we're going to get him. Yes. People forget about Lorenzo. Yeah, you're right, Fred Van Jordan. We're getting them back. And they should help. I think Carter fits the scheme well. We don't know if he's going to be healthy, though. And Sports Info says, I like Parsons. I don't know if he'll be there, though. We'll see. I like Parsons too a lot, but the funny business, somebody just said, and I don't know if that's true or not. There's been rumors that 14. I did hear that though. I heard it like a month ago. He said that 14 teams have taken them off their board. I don't know in the entire draft or in the first round. But here's what I'll say: if there's any legitimacy to that, the Giants will not take him, especially after what happened with DeAndre Baker. The Giants will not take him. But if it's nonsense, they could. With the signing of Rudolph, somebody just said, with the signing of Rudolph, can we still afford Galladay? Yes. 100%. And what's going on, Allison? Glad to see you in the chat. She says, hey, Chris, do you think the Giants will trade back if we get Galladay? No. No, I do not. I know a lot of people brought that up to me today in the stream. No. Gettleman's never traded down. Do I think that they would listen to offers? Sure. But I know a lot of people, again, you need a partner too. That's the other thing. And let's think about the draft right now, Allison. Usually in the first round, if somebody's going to trade up, almost always it's for a quarterback. And after what came out today about the Eagles, I think they're going to be leaning quarterback if they like one. So if the Eagles are taking a quarterback and the Jets are taking a quarterback and the Jaguars are obviously taking a quarterback, the Falcons could take a quarterback. The Panthers, I think, will take a quarterback if one of the top four are there. If the top four quarterbacks are off the board, I don't see a team jumping up to 11 to take Mac Jones. I just don't. And if that's the case, I don't think we're going to be able to field many offers. That would be good enough for us to trade down. Sure, when you see the mock drafts and the simulations, you could do that and whatever. In real life, no. I don't think there's going to be a trade. I don't think we're trading down. I think we're going to stay at 11. Yeah, the Finns got Fuller. Yeah, I don't know what to do in the draft if the Giants get Galladay. You take the best player available that fills a need. That's what you do. Anthony says, Tana, Nick's gonna get back in the win column tonight. Stand up. What's going on, Anthony? Man, thanks for popping in the stream, man. Authentic says, how much pressure? I don't know why that didn't shine when you sent that, but I saw you ask the question. He says, how much pressure is on Garrett with the moves made and the pending? There's definitely a lot of pressure on Garrett. Garrett's I would say Gettleman and Garrett are the first two that are on the chopping block this year if things don't work out. And then Jones would probably be next. But Garrett, definitely a ton of pressure on Garrett because now you've got the weapons. You've got Barkley back. Like last year, I try to be as fair as I can. And I know people hate Garrett. I try to be as fair as I can. I thought that Garrett had the same excuses that Jones did. Like, if you're going to talk about the limitations in terms of the weaponry for Jones, you have to talk about it for Garrett. And I think when Barkley went down, I think that affected Garrett. But if you're getting Barkley back, if you got a quarterback now in the second year of the scheme, so he should be better equipped to deal with it, you now got a better tight end that probably fits the scheme better, which is probably why we picked him up in Kyle Rudolph. You're going to get another weapon. There's no excuses for Jason Garrett. None. If this offense is near bottom of the league this year, if it's not at least league average or damn near close, Jason Garrett's gone, in my opinion. I'll be the first to be one to push him out of here. And Christian, man, thank you very much. What's the Eagles news? Okay, I'm going to pull up the tweet for you, actually, if I could find. Actually, I retweeted it, so I'll be able to find it easily. I'll just go on my page. Let me just pull it up real quick. There it is. Okay, so this is the tweet here. And let me share the screen with you guys. That's the tweet right there. Talking to reporter, I'll pull it up here so I can read it better. Talking to reporters, hashtag Eagles GM Howie Roseman was given a couple of chances to commit to Jalen Hurts as the starter, but doesn't do it. Mentions Hurts is currently the only quarterback on the roster, and goal is to look at free agency, the trade market, and the draft to strengthen the quarterback room. So what that tells me is he didn't even say to strengthen the backup, to get more depth. He said, no, we want to strengthen the quarterback room. I think they're taking a quarterback, especially if they like one. Like, maybe they won't force a quarterback pick, but if they like one, I think they're taking one, Christian. I really do. Manuel, man, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. He says, can we start seeing pre-motion snap with new guys? I hope so. I hope so. I hope we get more creative with the offense and things like that and try to scheme guys open. I do think they're going to open it up more because they also made changes to the coaching staff. They added a lot of coaches to the staff. They promoted Freddie Kitchens, who I think a lot of us said We like the way he called the game better. He's going to be the assistant. I like the offensive line coach that we brought in. I think he's going to add something to this offense as well. So I do think it's going to be more creative this year. I do think they're going to take more shots down the field. And the fact that they brought in Ross and the fact that they may bring in Golladay, to me, only signifies that they're going to be taking shots down the field because that's what those guys do. They're big chunk wide receivers. Why would you be bringing in two players like that? Both of them averaged 18 yards a catch 2 years ago. Why would you be bringing in two players like that if you're looking to throw dinks and dunks? I think that signifies that we're going to be taking shots down the field. And Sticky Fingers, man, thank you very much. He says, Monday Night Football getting flexed scheduling. Oh, so I guess that just came out. Usually it's Sunday Night Football. So now it'll be Monday. Interesting. We were on Sunday Night Football for the first time in forever last year. I think we're going to get more primetime games this year. I think the Giants are more of a hot story this year, and I think we'll get more primetime games this year. So in terms of Sunday night, I think we'll get at least one, if not two, Sunday night games this year, if I had to guess. How would you like Clowney for cheap? Kyle says. I don't think we could afford him any. Again, this is all me assuming we're going to sign Golladay. If we sign Golladay, I don't even think we're going to be able to sign $6 million guys. I don't think we will. I think we could still sign depth guys, but I don't think we're going to be able to take $6 million flyers if we sign Golladay. I think the bulk of that money's going there, especially after the Rudolph signing. I just don't see it. So if we sign Golladay and Rudolph, I think in terms of splash signings or, we may get smart signings, kind of like we did with Ross and players like that to fill in some holes on our roster for $1 million or $2 million. But I don't see us signing a $5 or $6 million player if we sign Golladay at this point. Giants sign Golladay and Barkley comes back, and Jonathan, who get at least 4 prime. I think we're going to get 4 primetime games. At least. Sticky Fingers, if you include Thursday night and Monday night, I think we're going to get 4 primetime games. Sticky Fingers says NFL just finalized new TV deals. Well, that's good for next year's cap. Not going to help this year's cap, but that's good for next year's cap. Should help bump that up. From what I've read, they're at least on Spot Track. Matter of fact, I said I don't know if he's still in here, but I said I was going to go over the New York Giants salary cap with you guys. And some potential cuts that they can make. Let me pull that up real quick. But next year, I think that the New York Giants salary cap, if I'm not mistaken, the NFL salary cap, rather, if I'm not mistaken, is set to be at $209 million, at least projected to be at $209 million. And this is still not updated. Spot Track still hasn't updated their salary cap, so there's no point in even looking at it. They still have Solder as a $16.5 million hit. I'll look it over the cap and see if there's any changes there. Sometimes they may update faster. This is updated. Let me see if it's completely updated. Let me share it with you guys. Let me see if it's completely updated. And thank you so much, man. Average Joe, man. He says, Chris, if we sign Kenny and Chase or Smith falls to us, do we take them? If we sign Kenny and Chase, I think Chase I would. I don't know if they would. Chase I would. I don't know about Smith. Chase I would. I think Chase is a top 3 or 4 player in this year's draft. Chase I would. But let me take a quick look at the salary cap. And thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. And Ryan, I'm going to get to that in 1 second, man. I just want to read over the salary cap for you guys. So right now, I want to see if this is completely updated. They've got Solder on the $10.5 million hit, which is truth. They've got... Oh, no, it's not. I'm sorry. I'm reading the dead cap. Nope, it's not updated. The cap number is still at 16.5. So this, again, is not updated yet. So it's pointless. It's pointless to go over it right now. So I'll wait till they update the cap numbers for all the players, and then we'll go over it. But they haven't updated it. Ryan, man, thank you very much. Hey, Dane, I love the channel. Take some of my Biden bucks and keep up the good work. Also, cut Ingram or trade him for a toaster oven. If there's a deal out there where you're getting a 3rd or 4th round pick, I think you do it now that you got Kyle Rudolph. But maybe they plan on using both. They say they like Ingram, but maybe they're just saying that because they don't want to hurt his trade value. We'll see. But I think I would trade him for a 3rd or 4th round pick. It also saves you $6 million in this year's cap. And we got time. Thank you very much. I don't know why I thought of this, but who drops an open touchdown catch first, Ross or Ingram? Oh, God, they both have drop problems. I'll go with Ingram, though, because I think Ingram will get more targets, so it's more probable that he'll drop it. But thank you very much, my man. I appreciate it. Cap is around $4 million. Yeah, okay. So there you go. I mean, that makes sense with the Solder restructure and everything else. But, again, If they want to sign Golladay, they can easily do it. You can maneuver money. And I'm sure they're planning on doing that if they want to sign him. You can maneuver money, especially if it's a multi-year contract. So I'm not worried about that. But if you sign Golladay, I don't see, again, you may be able to make a small $1 million, $2 million signing, but I don't see how they're going to be able to sign $6 or $7 million players if you sign Golladay. I just don't see it. I don't even think it's possible. And if it is possible, it's probably not smart because then you're backloading more and more contracts. Quinn, man, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Darius Slay on the Pat McAfee show said that Kenny Golladay is coming to the. Was that today? Quinn, don't get me excited, Quinn. Don't get me excited, Quinn. Was that today, my man? Was that today? I hope so, man. I hope so, my man. Someone answer Hunter's question, please. What's Hunter's question? I'll try to find it. What's Hunter's question? Hunter says, who will be our wide receiver 2 if we sign Golladay? Slayton or Shepard? Slayton. I think Slayton. I think Slayton's your 2, Shepard's in the slot. Slayton's your 2, Shepard in the slot. Ross is the 4. That would be my guess. And one thing I don't get. I don't get the hate. And yeah, he had a couple of drops. I don't get the freaking hate for Darius Slayton. I've seen it on YouTube. I've seen it on Twitter. First off, the guy was a 5th-round pick. Secondly, the thing that people forget about, 1, it was a new scheme, but 2, and more importantly, he was the number 1. So think about it when you're going up against the New York Giants. It's the difference of going up against James Bradbury or Isaac Yiadom. A lot of times there's a huge difference in terms of that with other teams as well. If you get Golladay, Slayton's going to be getting number 2 coverage. I think Slayton is fine as a number 2. I don't get the hate for Darius Slayton. I don't get it. I think he could be fine as a number 2 wide receiver. And what's going on, Uzi, man? Thanks for popping in the stream. He says, I think Slayton will be fine as a number 2. If you get a legitimate number 1. I think he'll be fine as a number 2. What's going on there, Mike, baby, man? Thanks for popping in the stream. Caden Smith. Smith's going to be our 4th tight. Caden Smith might be off the team. They're going to carry. Maybe they trade Ingram. Because right now you got Levine Toilo, Caden Smith, and obviously Rudolph. We're not drafting Pitts, guys. Slayton is a beast. That's right, my man. Kenny Golladay met with the Bears. Yeah, we know, but I'm not worried about that at all. And I'm not going to go over the girl scenario that I talked about earlier with Tinder. Just having Barkley back alone will open up the pass. I agree. I completely agree. Second-round pick and Ingram for 25 for Jacksonville, cornerback and a lineman. I mean, these are hypotheticals, but sure. If you could orchestrate a trade where you could move up into the first round, and yes. But do I think it'll happen? Probably not. Who is Mike Glennon? Let's go over Mike Glennon's stats real quick for you guys that may not know him. But Mike Glennon is the new backup quarterback for the New York Giants. I remember him back with the Bucs. He's been in the league for a while. He actually, if I'm not mistaken, was on the same college team as Russell Wilson. I think at North Carolina State, if I'm not mistaken. And then he transferred to Wisconsin with Russell Wilson. But he's been in the league now for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. He's going to be 32 this year. Let me share the screen with you guys real quick. I don't know if you can see it. It might be small. But these are Glennon's stats. His record's not good, but he's a backup quarterback. In terms of his career QB rating, 83. Last year, he threw 7 touchdowns, 5 interceptions with the Jaguars in 5 starts. So he's a solid backup, threw for over 1,000 yards. He's a solid backup. His first year was actually pretty good. He had 19 touchdowns and 9 picks as a rookie in 2013, where he got 13 starts for Tampa Bay. He's a solid backup. I think he's definitely an upgrade over what we had in Colt McCoy. He's got a career 43 touchdowns and 25 picks. He's definitely a legitimate, solid backup. That's what he is. He's a legitimate, solid backup. Yeah, he has a huge neck. Just signed Kenny. No, Giants fan, you're trolling, man. I always get Glennon confused with Chris Sint. Well, look at the neck. You won't be confused anymore. Look at the neck. Looks like Daniel Jones's numbers, Joelva says. Barkley will be our number 2 receiver regardless of who we pick up. Barkley's our best weapon. I keep saying that. He's our best weapon. And X-Man, thank you very much. Giants signed Galladay and the draft at 11. Quarterback falls to a Chicago offers 3 picks to move up in the draft. Yes or no? So they offer their first-round pick and, like, their second-round pick. And yes. Yes. Well, Chicago's picking, like, 20th, right? Yes. Absolutely. Again, it depends on who's there and how much I love the prospect. But, yes. 100%, yes. Because then you could still draft maybe Horn falls there, even though I don't think he would. But you could draft an offensive lineman there. You could, yes. For that draft capital, yes. Stinky Fingers, thank you very much. I don't know if you can see it. It might be small. Oh, you're gonna come at me for that. Believe me. Nothing to worry about there. Galladay just signed. Come on, it's kind of obvious you want to go to. I hope so, man. What's up there, Master Productions, man? Thanks for popping in the stream. I like Stokes too, as a second-round corner potential. Would be super happy if we got Galladay for the right price, but if we draft a wide receiver, I would be happy with that and save money for next year's loaded free agency class. Would be super happy if we got Galladay for the right price, but if we draft a wide receiver, I'd be happy with that and save. Yeah, I'm happy either way. It just makes it so you have to. What's up, MH man? Thanks for popping the stream. It just makes it so you don't have to draft a wide receiver in this year's draft. But I'm completely fine drafting a wide receiver at 11 if we don't get Galladay. We just know the need that we have going into the draft. But and you have to figure, based off of what the Giants have done this offseason, based off the fact that there's been rumored interest in Juju, based off the fact that there's now rumored interest in Galladay, if we do not end up with a number 1, you have to figure we're drafting a receiver at 11. You have to figure that. So I think it's one or the other. I think we're going to get Galladay, or I think we're going to draft a receiver at 11 if we don't get him. No, he did not sign yet. He did not sign. I don't think we're going to get an answer today. I read a report that it's a 2-day stay, which could be a good news, though. Could be good news. It could. I'm not saying it's definitely either or, but what I am saying to you, Nice, is if we don't sign a wide receiver, we're absolutely taking a wide receiver at 11. If we sign Galladay, we may not. So that's my thought process. I think we absolutely will take a wide receiver at 11 if we don't sign Galladay. Is Galladay a top 5? No. Borderline top 10, which is what Burris was when we brought him in. Borderline top 10, and definitely a guy that upgrades our wide receiving core. We overpaid Rudolph. I got to see the contract, Spin City. Let me look it up now. Now that I got a little time, let me look up the contract. Let me look it up. The NFL update said 2 years, $16 million, but then there were conflicting reports that it was not 2 years, $16 million. So far, that's all I see. But I did see earlier that there were conflicting. Garoppolo said it was no more than 14. So I'll see. I'll keep looking. Yeah, Mike Garoppolo said 2 years, 14. We'll see, man. And man, thank you so much, man. Thank you to everybody for being here. I appreciate it. Tyler, man, thank you very much. I just watched some of the McAfee show at the 240 mark. Darius Slay said he will be a Giant. All right, we're going to play that. Tyler. We're going to play that in 1 second because I want to see it myself. We're going to watch that together. The Pat McAfee show at 240. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear the volume, but we'll try it. John, man, thank you very much. One's in the chat if you want a color rush jersey, aways and 80s home. I would love a color rush jersey. I would love a color rush jersey, man, as a permanent jersey. That's my favorite jersey. MY Giants 26, man. Chris, I'm on a dating app as well. I'm 15. I think my mom set up a Tinder. No grinder again. Really excited to go on my first date tonight. Her name's Brad. Are you serious? New York Giants 26? Is this a joke? Or is her name actually Brad? Because what I'm going to tell you, if her name is actually Brad, I want you to further scan that profile and make sure that in the profile it doesn't say, like in her bio, I have a penis. Because I'd be worried about that. Max, man, thank you very much. Are you specifically concerned with the Kenny Golladay injuries? If he checks out, no. Like if the Giants do their due diligence and they give him a physical and he checks out, no. But we'll see, man. And Adrian, man, thank you very much, man. He says, potential red zone threats is Golladay, Rudolph, Barkley. Hate that Shep red zone targets get slept on. Got to show up. Our red zone is going to be sick if we get Golladay. Between him and Rudolph, our red zone is going to be so much better than last year. And Spin City, man, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. He says, cool. I appreciate that, my man. And Deshaun, thank you very much. You have to type the full Twitter at Charlie from 914. All right, we'll try that now. At Charlie 914. I'll try it. Doesn't seem to be working when I do it, but I'll try it. At Charlie 914. Nothing. Oh, there's a Charlie 914. I got one Charlie 914, but it's at Charlie 9143. I don't see a Charlie 914. But maybe on my laptop it doesn't show it. I don't know. Sorry, I don't see it, guys. But let me make sure I didn't miss any of these, man. But thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. And Quinn says, per me, Slay said Kenny Golladay is coming. Let's watch it together. 240 mark. Let's watch it together. Let's go to first. Let me go to his page, Pat McAfee. Let's watch it together. Pat McAfee show. Was Darius Slay his latest interview? Let me type in Darius Slay. Pat McAfee. All right, here it is. This is 2 months ago. Oh no. Is it guys? Just I don't want you guys to donate. I don't want you guys to have to donate to tell me. Is it the interview from 2 months ago? Or is it like more recent? Because I don't care about 2 months ago. And Louie, man, thank you very much. Interesting fact. Chris had more views on his sports talk channel than OBJ had on his gaming channel today. Algorithms don't discriminate. I appreciate that, Louie, man. Thank you so much. He says, no, it's from today. Okay, it's from today? All right, let me look again. Pat McAfee show 1 hour ago. 28. Okay, 1 hour ago. Today's stream. Okay, so the one with. All right, let me just ask you guys real quick. And thank you very much, Average Joe Outdoors, man. Thank you very much. Is it the one with AJ Hawk in the thumbnail? Just tell me if it's AJ Hawk in the thumbnail. Is it the one with AJ Hawk in the thumbnail? And Average Joe, man, thank you very much. Mike Glennon is one of the strongest arms in the league as well. I remember the time back when he had over the Pittsburgh Steelers. I always said that you want. Yeah, I remember Average Joe. Okay, so with AJ Hawk in the thumbnail. Okay, I'm gonna check it out. I always remember liking Glennon when I saw him at Tampa Bay. Not so much as a starter, but I remember being like, because I made a video on him last year, believe it or not, when we were going over the backup quarterback possibilities. I remember saying that he's a guy that I'd keep my eye on as one of the guys that I liked. But I always remember people saying he was a solid quarterback when he first came into the league. So I think it's a good pickup. And Rel, man, thank you so much, man. Off topic, Knicks must win tonight. Oh God, Rel, I'm looking forward to calling the game tonight, man. It's one of my favorite things to do on YouTube. But it's a must-win game because you look at our upcoming schedule after that. We've got, and it's gonna be tough because we're missing our point guards. We're missing like 3 point guards tonight. But it's gonna be tough to get the win tonight. But if we get the win, it'd be big because then we got the Sixers after that, and then we got a double dip with Washington, which we should be able to win at home. But yeah, it's a big game tonight, man. We got to win this game. This is a winnable game. It's a game we absolutely have to win. It's as much pressure as the OKC game a couple of games ago. Got to get a win tonight. And Kyle, man, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Let me go to the Pat McAfee show. 2 hours and 40 minutes. Before, did you guys hear the volume? Just type it in the chat if you heard the volume, because I want to know if you guys could hear the volume. Oh, I didn't share my screen yet. Duh. Let me share the screen real quick. Hold on. I got to share the screen. That's okay. I'm going to play. Oh, you guys can hear the volume? Okay. 2 hours and 40 minutes. 2 hours and 40 minutes. Let's play it. All right, 2 hours. Here we go.
Dan, very talented man, very versatile. He can go to corner, nickel, safety, whatever you
want.
Why
is it so dark?
And he'll give you his best effort at it. So, the Patriots got a good guy, man. I wish he was still with us, so we could use him. But hey, I'm happy he got his money. He deserved every penny of it. And man, I'm looking forward to seeing how he look on the other side.
Diggs.
Darius, it's been reported that Kenny Golladay is going to visit the Giants today. Are you pumped to be potentially going up against one of your former teammates twice a year?
And what's he? Is he a dude? Hey, is he a dude? He's a dude, right?
Oh, he's a guy, man. What up, Kenny? Hey, Kenny is a dog, man. He should come over here to Philly, but he's a dog for sure. But he go over to New York, man. He know what time it is. We go after it now. It's gonna be a battle. I know for sure I'm gonna be following him, and I know all his moves.
Hey, is that something? Do you talk during the game?
Whoa!
No, I don't talk, man. I don't really do that. That's too much energy I gotta waste. I gotta do too much running and chasing somebody for a whole 4 quarters to be talking to you. Too much energy. I need every bit of energy I need.
Okay, so this was said last year by the Dallas Cowboys safety.
All right, there you go.
Instead of using his inside voice, he used his outside voice and said,
"There you go. There's there. He said he's going to the New York Giants. Maybe it's a little bit out of context. Maybe he's just assuming that. Maybe he's not saying that. But that's on the Pat McAfee show today, an hour ago. Darius Slay saying that he's going to the New York Giants. Wilbur, man, thank you very much. Should we trade Ingram and Shepard in our second this year with future picks to the Bengals to go up and get Pitts? Should we trade Ingram, Shepard in our second this year? No, absolutely not. No, I'm not trading up for Kyle Pitts. I'm not trading up for anybody. I'm staying where I am. There's a lot of good players in this draft. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. And that by the way, that might not even get it done. What was that projected trade? It was Ingram, Shepard, and our second this year. Well, with future picks. No. Jay, man, thank you very much. The Knicks are so down bad tonight. I know. They got to find a way to overcome it, man. I think Neil Akina is probably going to start. Jai, if I had to guess. I think Neil Akina is going to get the start. But we'll see, my man. Wilbur, man, thank you very much, man. And so there you go, man. He did say, Darius Slay did say he's going to the New York Giants. I don't know. Keep him crossed, man. Wilbur says, should we trade Ingram and – oh, I just read that. Make sure I didn't miss anything. No, that was the last one. Okay, good. But yeah, no, we'll see, man. Kenny Golladay to the Giants, Jeremy said. Who was that? That was Darius Slay, former teammate of Kenny Golladay with the Detroit Lions. So they're obviously friendly, whatever. So maybe Golladay told him. Now, that doesn't mean, by the way, even if Golladay told Darius Slay, I'm going to the New York Giants, that doesn't mean he's going to the New York Giants, right? One of the things that we thought was a holdup before the meeting was the Giants want to check him out, and they want to make sure that he's healthy and he's not a health concern. So that still does not guarantee he's going to be a New York Giant, even if Golladay said, yeah, I want to be a Giant. That doesn't mean that he's going to pass the physical. That doesn't mean that the Giants are going to be willing to give him the money that he thinks he's worth. So let's pump the brakes a little bit. But it sounds like if that's true, it sounds like at least he's telling people that he'd be interested in coming to the Giants. Jonathan, thank you very much. Love your passion, Tana. Give a percentage on Kenneth. I'm going to go 6. I'm staying with what I said earlier. I said 60%. If you would have told me this 2 days ago, I would have said like 15%. You would have told me yesterday, I would have said about 40%. I'm going 60 now. I'm going 60 now. I think it's more likely than not that it'll be a Giant, but I think it's far from a sure thing. I'll go 60 now. Lax, man, thank you very much. Taking Pitts at 11 would be a reach. Trading up for him would be no. We're not trading up for him. We're not. I personally don't think it's necessarily a reach at 11, but I don't think he's worth trading up for. I don't think we're trading up. And Kyle, man, thank you very much. Ingram has a higher cash percentage than Golladay. What's the drops like? Because here's what I'll say to that, Kyle. And I'd have to look into it. I'd have to look at the advanced stats and everything else. Here's what I'll say to that. Golladay is the type of receiver throughout his entire career, and that's why, in my opinion, you can't always just look at stats. He's the type of receiver that you throw up a lot of 50-50 balls to. He's not a separator. He's a guy that's going to go up there. He's going to go up in the red zone, well contested, and he's going to try to go up there and snatch the ball. So maybe he doesn't have a high catch percentage because of the types of throws that are thrown his way, right? I would guess, and you can look at these stats, I could be wrong, Plaxico Burress probably didn't have a super high catch percentage because of the type of receiver that he was. What's the drops? That's what I want to know. What's the drops? And John, man, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. He says, I think a deal is done with Kenny Golladay, and we'll see, man. We'll see, my man. And Mike, man, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. He says, WFAN just announced that they will be restructuring contracts because some guy in the afternoon on YouTube is kicking our ass. I appreciate that, Mike, man. I was trying to figure out where you were going with that. I appreciate that, my man. Yes, I'm going to be doing the Knicks stream tonight, Rayo, man. I'm looking forward to it, my man. Hi. What's up, Michael? Come on home, Golladay. We'll see, my man. We're gonna go till 5:20, maybe 5:30, because then I gotta eat dinner and then I gotta get ready for the Knicks game. So we're gonna go for like another 20 minutes, and then we'll probably call it a show. And then I guess I'll do this tomorrow. You guys seem to be loving this. Obviously, there's stuff to talk about. We'll see if Golladay signs tonight. Here's what I'll promise you guys: if Golladay signs tonight. If Golladay signs tonight, I'm sticking around till like 1 a.m. after the next game, and we're talking about Golladay. If he signs tonight, if he doesn't, I'll be live tomorrow. Max, man, thank you very much. He says, if Kenny Golladay signs for $13 to $14 million, how many years you sign him for? I go 3 years. I like what the New York Giants have been doing with the 3-year contracts, Max. That seems to be their number. It seems to be what they like to do. I like the 3-year contracts. I'd go 3 years for Kenny Golladay. I'd go 3 years. I could see them going for me. But if health's a concern, you also got to factor in his age. Galladay's 28. I don't think I'd want to exceed 3 years if I didn't have to. And I don't think I would have to, based on the reports we're hearing about Cincinnati offering him a 1-year deal. I'd go 3 years. I think that takes you up to 31. You probably have the ability to get out after 2 if he regresses. I like the 3-year contract for Golladay. Kyle, man, thank you very much. If one-dimensional, then he is not a number one. Just saying. Okay, but then you could have said the same thing about Plaxico Burress, right? Because that Plaxico Burress, and I'm not saying he's as good as Burress, but he was a similar type of wide receiver. And maybe you didn't want to consider Burress number one, but Burress was our number one. He was really good for this team. So sure, but I mean, he's definitely a good receiver. Jonathan, thank you very much. Say Kenny Golladay signs, draft Slater, NFC East champs. I'll see what the other teams do, but I'll put it this way. I'd be ecstatic if we ended up with that. Laxman, thank you very much. Over the last 2 seasons, Rudolph has 73 catches on 90 targets, 0 drops. There you go. Sure-handed tight end. He could do a lot of things. And again, I think he fits the scheme. And it's only a 2-year deal. Lax, I like the Rudolph. I don't hate the Rudolph signing at all. I don't hate the Rudolph signing. It's $7 million a year. It's a 2-year. It's not like it's a 4-year deal. It's a 2-year deal. If it doesn't prohibit us from getting Golladay, I'm fine with it. Connor, man, thank you very much. Is Kenny Golladay a culture fit, though? That's what Judge looks for. I've never heard anything bad about Kenny Golladay. As a matter of fact, I think I've heard things that he actually works really hard. But here's what I'll say. And a lot of people have talked about this. O'Brien, the guy that we brought over from the Lions. Obviously, he has some intel on Kenny Golladay. Also, he's good friends with Matt Patricia. They both came from New England. So I am sure you want to talk about a guy that is detail-oriented. You want to talk about a guy that dots his I's and crosses his T's. It's Joe Judge. Joe Judge has a lot of avenues to go and talk to people that he knows. One of them is on his staff to get the MO on Kenny Golladay, how he was in the locker room, how he is in terms of his work ethic. And I'm sure Joe Judge has done that. So I think if they sign him, you don't got to worry about that. John, man, thank you very much. Prediction for ESPN to hire Chris and drop Max Kellerman. I would love to go at it one-on-one. That is one of the coolest things I've seen on YouTube, by the way. CP from Knicks Fan TV, going one-on-one with Max Kellerman, that was friggin' awesome. He tore him apart every time. I think he's gone up against him like 3 times now. He tore him apart every time. Baby Brent, man, thank you very much. Stand up. If we get Kenny Golladay, let's get Elijah Vera Tucker and protect Danny and get some lanes for Barkley. Yeah, he's a guy I haven't talked about a lot, but I've talked about him in my Discord. And he's a guy that a lot of people feel like is going to be better suited as a guard. He is another guy to keep your eye out on that we could take at 11 if Rashawn Slater's off the board, or maybe they just prefer him. But yeah, he's another guy that a lot of people like that's projected to go in the mid-first round. So he's a possibility for sure if we're going offensive line, baby. And we definitely could. We absolutely could. I think a lot of people don't think we could. We definitely could. Juan, man, thank you very much. If we draft an interior defensive lineman, who do we get and what round? I like the guy Brown from Alabama. Deontay Brown. I would think he'd be a second rounder. I think if we take an interior defensive lineman, it'll be in the. I'm leaning third round, but it could be second. I could see second and go corner third if you go second or third round if we go that route. If we draft one, and I think we probably will because people say you got B.J. Hill, you got Austin Johnson. Austin Johnson's only in a 1-year deal. B.J. Hill's a free agent after this year, so I can easily see them drafting an interior defensive lineman. And I'm leaning more third, but I could see second. I'm leaning more third though if we draft one. Max, man, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. He says, imagine you see Kenny Golladay, Dave Gettleman, and Judge in the stands at the Knicks. That'd be pretty sick. He is visiting today. That'd be pretty sick. Could you picture Gettleman at a basketball game, though? I don't know. Gettleman, to me, doesn't seem like the type of guy that would be at a basketball game. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But that would be cool. Gettleman seems to me to be the type of guy that seems. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Gettleman seems to me to be the type of guy that's going to take you out to a nice big steak dinner at like an all-you-can-eat buffet, and he's just going to shove meat down his face the whole time. And drink a lot of beer. That seems like Gettleman for me. And John, man, thank you very much. Did I miss this? Oh no, I already got that, but I appreciate it. I pulled it up again intentionally. And Mr. Finesse, man, thank you very much. He says, salute, Chris. If Kenny Golladay, signs today, we're going to be celebrating the Knicks win and the Giants signing all night. You would bury cracks, Kellerman, if you got on ESPN. Well, I appreciate that, my man. I appreciate all the kind words you guys always show, man. I appreciate all the support you guys always show. I don't think I'm going to have I'll definitely have a video up on Kyle Rudolph. And obviously, why am I forgetting his name now off the top of my head? Glennon. I'll definitely have a video up on Glennon, the backup quarterback, and Rudolph. Might not have time today because I got to eat dinner. If I probably will. I'll probably have enough time before the next game. So I'll probably have a video up on that maybe around 7. And then I'm going to go live for the Knicks at 7:30. So I'll probably have enough time. But if I don't, I'll definitely have a video up tomorrow on that. But I appreciate all you guys hanging out today, man. All the support that you guys always show, man. I've had an absolute blast. I've been loving doing these live streams during free agency. And, yeah, we'll probably do another one tomorrow with Kenny Golladay. We'll do another one if Kenny Golladay still hasn't signed with the Giants because you guys are still going to be antsy, still want to talk about it. So, Golladay to Chicago unless New York overpays. BB13, if he wanted to go to Chicago, wouldn't he have signed there already? Why? I know he comes from there, but wouldn't he have signed there already? And wouldn't have Darius Slay have not said that he's going to New York? I don't think he's going to Chicago if the Giants want him, if he checks out with the physical, and if the Giants give him a fair contract. I don't think he's going to Chicago. I think he's going to New York. And I think you as a Cowboys fan, you're getting a little scared over there, BB13. I think BB13's sitting there and he's saying to himself, oh, crap. Oh, crap. My defense sucks. Oh, my defense is horrible. And if they get Kenny Golladay and they get Saquon Barkley back and this offensive line matures and Daniel Jones in the second year of the scheme and they got Kyle Rudolph to help in the red zone. Oh, crap. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's what I think is going through your head right now, my man. That's what I think's going through your head right now, my man. What's up there, Dire Giants fan, man? Thanks for popping in the stream, my man. What's up there, ECK Sports, man? I know you've been here, by the way. Not thanks for popping in the stream. What's up there, Hunter, man? I just drank from a coffee cup that's empty. I have a coffee cup with coffee in it. This is my old coffee cup that I had last time. I just drank from a coffee cup that's empty. What's going on there, Corn Dog? My man, Knicks Fan TV. If you guys have not done so, go on over there and subscribe to Knicks Fan TV. That guy's the freaking man. I was just talking about you, man, with the debate you got into with Max Kellerman, man. That was freaking awesome, man. I want to go at him about the Giants. No, but you did a great job, man. You've been kicking his ass. That's awesome, man. My man, go on over there and subscribe to Knicks Fan TV. CP's the man, dude. Hopefully the Knicks get a win tonight, man. Jose, man, you have a great night, my man. What's up there, Mike Nixon, man? Thanks for popping in the stream. Michael just wrote 7 times. Giants are bad. 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 Michael is either a Eagles fan, a Cowboys fan, or a miserable Giants fan who just can't see the positives out of anything. And Giants are bad. Giants are bad. Giants are bad. All right, Michael. We'll talk soon, my man. We'll talk soon after the draft, my man. Stand up. What's going on, KP, man? Thanks for popping in the stream. Tana, what's happening at 6:30? Nothing that I know of. Nothing that I know of. And Big Bang, my man, Big Bang. What's up, my man? And he said, what's up, Tana, man? Glad to see you, man. Let me just try to pull that up if I can. He says, what's up, Tana, man? Glad to see you, man. I haven't seen your dad yet today, but usually he pops in. He'll probably be in for the Knick game. But Big Bang, man, you're the man, dude. Thank you so much for being here, man. Thanks for the support you always show on the channel, my man. Kenny Golladay, we'll find out by tomorrow. It looks like with Kenny Golladay, maybe by tonight. But the Giants got a meeting today. They're going to be with him for a long time, apparently. And supposedly, from what people told me, they already have met in person. He met, I think, via Zoom, or may have met via Zoom with the Bears yesterday. He's in person with the New York Giants right now. So we'll see what happens. What's up there, G-Man? Thanks for popping in the stream. Wesley says Giants are back. Tana, you should talk to Bengals. I'd get Bengal on the channel. Oh, man, thanks so much, man. I appreciate it, man. CP's the man. He says, great job, bro. Salute the Knicks Nation. Big Blue Nation. Stand up. Let's go. But we need Golladay, man. Dope show with LPG. I had a great time with LPG, man. I had a great time with LPG. That guy's awesome. Yeah, man. I want to know what you. I think the Knicks are going to win tonight, but I'm worried because we don't have a freaking point guard today. But this is a huge game tonight for the Knicks. They've got to win this game, because then you've got the Sixers coming up next, and if you're still without the point guard, you're in big trouble there. And then they got a double dip with Washington. This is kind of like the OKC game 2 games ago, where it was like a must-win going in. They got to win this game tonight. They've got to win this game tonight. Got to find a way. I figure Rivers will probably get more minutes. David Biago, man, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. He says, Hopewell is good. Well, more minutes. By more minutes, I mean he's going to get at least 1 second, because he hasn't gotten minutes. Hopewell is good. Fun time of the year, NFL fans. Can't wait to see how it all plays out. Frank Burks Harper will be in the rotation. Bench Obi and play Knox. I like it. I love Obi, man. I'm rooting for Obi. He seems like a great guy. Listen, right now, maybe it's because Rose is out, because when I saw him play with Rose, you saw the chemistry. You started to see him be more efficient. He looked more comfortable out there. But without Rose, Obi sucks. He just does. And I know he's a rookie, but he's 22 years old. Like, I expect him to be more advanced at this point in time. And I'm hoping he grows. I'm hoping he gets better. Everybody's saying Saquon tweet. I'll get to that in 1 second. Nate, man, thank you very much. What's up, Tana? Just joined in. What's your opinion on Rudolph? Is there still enough cap to get Golladay? Would be a good enough offense now. Stand up. Yes, there's absolutely still enough cap to get Golladay. If they want Golladay, they can make it work. I'm going to get to the Saquon tweet in a second. Would be a good enough offense now. Stand up. As far as Rudolph goes, I like Rudolph. I think Rudolph fits the scheme. That's the first thing that popped in my head. I'm like, oh, this guy's kind of like Jason Witten, Jason Garrett's scheme. So I think he better fits the scheme. Somebody just told me he hasn't had a drop in 2 years. He's a well-rounded tight end. Sure, maybe they overpaid a bit. You could argue they paid him $7 million a year, but he's a solid tight end. I like the deal. especially if it doesn't prohibit you from getting Kenny Golladay, which I don't think it will. He's also great in the red zone, which is important. Last year, the New York Giants ranked 31st in the red zone. But I'm going to pull up the Saquon tweet in 1 second. Mighty Mango says, hello, Chris. There you go. Big Bang's dad in the house. What's going on, Mighty Mango, man? Glad to see you in here, buddy. All right, let me get to Twitter real quick. Let me pull up the Saquon tweet. Saquon Barkley tweet. I'm going to show it on the screen. I don't know what this means. I'm trying to. It already got 422 likes. All right, let me show this on the screen real quick. This is what Saquon just tweeted. Saquon said they are true friends if they got 3 and you 30 minutes away and they hold that spot for you. They are true friends if they got 3 and you got 30. And you 30 minutes away. Gio just said, "It's up, Dana. I'm watching the stream." Somebody explain that to me. Well, somebody explain that to me. What does that have to do with Kenny Golladay? What does that have to do with Kenny Golladay? They're talking about Warzone. Okay. So he's talking about Warzone. I missed your super chat, X-Man? Did I? 1 second. I don't think I did, X-Man. I think I read it. I think I read it. You know what, X-Man? Just in case I didn't, type it again. Don't donate. I think I read it, but just type it again because I can't see it anymore. So you guys told oh, it's the wrong tweet? All right, let me go to another tweet then. Which tweet am I looking at then? They're all 3 hours old. Yesterday, retweets. That's the only tweet he made today. What tweet am I looking at? He retweeted something. He said, man, hurry up and join. I don't know what tweet I'm supposed to be looking at. Oh, you're just joking. Oh, it was let's see what we got. Oh, you were joking. You were trying to, you were tricking me. Is that what it was? But X-Man, I'll look for you in the chat, man. And then we're going to close this out any minute, but Shaw, what's up, man? Wrong tweet, but still about gaming. Okay. I think I read X-Men's super chat though. But just in case I didn't, I will look for it. I at you and Charlie from the 914 tweet. All right, I'll look at it after the stream, man. Look at March. Well, I know about March 17th. We went over that yesterday. Anything good? Galladay's with the Giants right now. And it's supposed to be a 2-day visit. That's all we know right now, Ordinary Pete. He retweeted a pic saying, retweet if you want Kenny Galladay's. Oh, that was yesterday, though. No, I remember that. That was yesterday. What's up, Craig Robinson, my man? New York Post. Now he's telling me New York Post. New York Post tweet. People are telling me New York Post tweet. New York Post tweet. New York Post tweet. Taco Man, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. A lot of people are saying that now. Okay, let's go. New York Post. Let's see what we got. New York Post. All right, New York Post just tweeted out 4 minutes ago. Oh, you guys, we're going to, oh, Lord. There you go. Stand up. Now, this does not mean that he's going to sign, but if he wants to be a New York Giant. According to the New York Post, Kenny Golladay expected to get a Giants offer if all checks out. Kenny Golladay expected to get a New York Giants offer if all checks out. There you go. So we're starting to get more and more news. We'll see. We'll see. But guys, I've got to close this out, man. I got to get some dinner because I'm doing the Knicks game in 2 hours. But I just, and I'm sure we'll talk Giants on there as well. But I just want to say thank you guys so much. I'll try to have a recap video. New York Post being New York Post. Yeah, they always are Knicks Fan TV. But I want to say that thank you guys so much for all the support that you guys always show. We'll be doing this tomorrow, being that it's still free agency, being that we're still waiting for everything to play out. I've had a lot of fun doing these midday streams with you guys. Maybe I'll do them more often. You guys seem to enjoy them. Obviously, I can't always do them because there's not always a ton to talk about. But right now is a hot time of the season. But thank you guys so much for everything that you do for the channel. Thank you guys for being the best supporters on YouTube. And I will see you guys in 2 hours. I'll be live for the Knicks game. So, and I should have a video up hopefully by 7 for Rudolph and Mike Glennon. But you guys have a best rest of your day. We'll talk to you guys soon, man. It was fun. Have a great one, guys.